Okay.
Okay, so you close the other one too?
Yep, close the other one.
Okay, so you close both doors.
Your cowardice, 1 out.
And then you jump back over to the ship.
They got space in that shit.
Okay, give me another zero gravity roll. Don't forget you have advantage if it matters.
Oh, we have advantage?
Yeah.
I was unaware of such a thing.
You're not coming back.
What?
I failed also.
You failed both of them?
Yeah.
Did you fail both of them?
Oh, I gotta reroll the second. Give me a D10.
And we're gone.
Your cowardice went up. Let's go that way.
They're going to the planet.
That's right. We'll meet you at the crash site.
You didn't tell me blocks
I went from a 100 to a 10.
Okay. So, how far off were you?
I was like 9 off.
Okay, use some luck.
Just straight, use some luck.
Mark some.
Can I use my super duper success? Because I beat my super duper success to make sure he's fine.
That's what I'm saying. He's using some luck so that you both get back to the ship without much
Well,
difficulty.
I'm
Yep.
just trying to avoid him having to use his luck. I can just reach out
That's
and-
what it's. Yeah, but that doesn't really work in space with the momentum. You're the physics professor.
Cool, depending on how fat he is and how fat I am.
I mean, you guys are right now like spinning, like a pendulum.
Why would you do this to us?
They're dancing. That's cute.
Right,
Anyways.
Slammed into the fucking shit.
With a bit of luck, they managed to make it back to the ship. They apparently jumped in different directions, and the
I thought they were tethered together.
thus my point.
And we're just sitting inside shaking our heads. Watching it. We're closing the doors. We're like, no.
Well, more so. You're going this way, but it's also more like this way. So you're going like
Oh my god.
twisting around each other, getting back to the ship. But with a bit of luck, you managed to make it back to the shuttle.
We were tied into the boat, so
You still got to jump across. It doesn't retract or anything like that.
it doesn't retract at all. So
No.
Okay.
Again, these ships are fucking terrible. They have zero.
Listen, I'm standing in the bay just cranking it.
He's cranking as the slack just keeps building. The winch isn't fast enough, man.
Wrong direction, man. What?
He's just watching. Fortunately, they can't hear you laugh. So, anyways, you guys are back on the shuttle. Where are you guys going with the shuttle?
Oh my god.
This ship is fucking retarded.
So did that take like 7 hours?
Something like that. You
we'll
refill your tanks in the shuttle. That's not a problem.
We'll go back into the second, our not our original ship. We'll go back inside the one they just closed the doors on,
Okay.
and we'll go see if we can pressurize that room now.
Okay. So you go all the way back down to where the bodies were found,
Yes.
and the room is there. All of you are going, I'm assuming, at this point?
Sure, probably.
Okay.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Of course not. No. Okay. As you guys get back down there, the room is pretty much exactly as you left it, other than the lack of bodies. The door is still sealed.
I'm gonna turn my movement locator on.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. Listen, we're opening another door. There's a reason I was the only survivor on Mars. That's the truth, by the way. Oh shit! Yeah. Yep.
Great.
Many interplanetary things, and
That's just what he's programmed to remember.
only survivor on Mars. Potatoes. Well,
Matt Damon. Sorry.
is it? So we can't. It still won't turn. Obviously,
You can move the wheel
It's
to
not
unlatch it.
yeah.
You won't be able to pull it open because you got a vacuum on the other side.
Gotcha. Okay. So everybody get really far back.
Like a fucking metronome.
Yep.
Like the captain's seat up at the other end of the ship,
No,
or
just as far away as possible and try to secure yourself to things.
okay.
Who's got a rifle?
What? I have a rifle.
You have a rifle? Unless you've got some engineering tools to.
First officer might be claiming contract violation in this.
Yeah. Attention.
No. We're just getting to the
Homeboy
ability
over here to start blasting holes in the ship.
No, we're removing a seal to allow us to access the engine to make this ship salvageable.
Well, I agree with you.
Captain's always right.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah, 2-1. Let's do it. Okay.
So you guys brace yourself, then you're going to shoot the door with the plasma rifle?
Try to just the porthole to try to make it so it can.
Is there a
It's important to have a small hole to get sucked through.
so?
Treasure Requiem?
No, that was alien.
Yeah.
Alien Requiem.
So
or whatever.
previously, when I was first debating going in there, I was
The white alien.
I would be able to open that door, but then the door on the other side would close. Correct? That was the discussion we were having earlier.
If you were able to get it open or
Yes.
find a way through, yes, it would set the shutdown procedures in the previous room where the bodies were floating.
Correct.
So you'd be trapped in there until it pressurized.
Right. Right now, the interior door doesn't have the safety locks engaged.
Okay, so
Okay.
could I?
Just walk up and open the door.
Yeah.
But you can't pull the door.
You
out
can't
because
pull
of
it
the
out
suction on
because of the
inside.
vacuum. Right.
Okay. Okay. That's the issue. Okay.
Right.
I was trying to figure out why can't I force it open like I did last time.
Is
Yeah, that would be,
is there a way
that'd be
to
impossible.
Yeah.
keep
Believe
the
me, that's
door-
not happening.
Just thinking about the amount of force involved in that. That would be.
Is
an
there
obscene
a way
amount of
to
force.
keep the door open that would normally slam shut to allow the rest of the pressurization?
The
To
the
kind
door.
of even out?
Okay, the room you're in. You have the
Right.
door that leads to the vacuum and the door that leads to the rest of the ship. The safety mechanism on the door that leads to the rest of the ship. As soon as it detects vacuum,
Right,
and that's a mechanical thing, not electric, it's going to lock itself.
right.
Okay, because it's going to think there's a ship breach.
Now if it's open,
It doesn't have any power unless the vacuum pull pulls it in.
right.
It won't. But
So-
the next door in chain will lock.
That's what I'm saying. If we could find a way to keep the doors open, the overall ship itself should
If you-
equalize. I mean, it would still be a lower pressure overall. But one room
Sure. If
compared
you
to
if
the
you
rest
go
of the
throughout the entire ship and open and leave all the doors open, sure.
The pressure would be the same.
No.
Because the only depressurized section
Is engineering.
is engineering.
It's a small section compared to the bulk of the ship.
Right, but-
Yes.
But if
The
every
air
door,
pressure doesn't change though by opening the doors. The volume doesn't change. Well, the volume changes, but the pressure itself doesn't change. So
The pressure's
physically-
reduced because you have the same the same air in larger space.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
if the rest of the
If the rest of the ship is still pressurized,
Yes.
opening all the doors doesn't change anything.
no.
Except for the one to the vacuum.
I'm saying open the
That
vacuum.
would make it even worse.
No. You have a big ship that's filled with air, and you have a little section that has nothing. You open the door to that, and all the rest of the air equalizes. It's at 90% pressure.
because you guys close those doors.
Right. Because you got a
Then I
sealed
guess
case
I'm
inside.
misunderstanding what we're talking
I'm trying to
about
keep
here.
the doors, the rest of the doors in the ship open, so they don't slam, get pulled shut by the
Right.
vacuum. Because that's
They won't get pulled shut because there's no power.
But they're already shut.
You guys, out of habit, shut them
Right.
because it's safety training. Close the door so it doesn't decompress.
It's just the main door that you don't want to close behind them and lock, right? When they try to
because we want it to
get
equalize.
into the engineering room. Is there a way to wedge something in that in between the door
That's what I'm
and the so that it can't close all the way?
Sure.
That's fair engineering.
You put one of your air tanks in it.
Yeah, that won't explode.
That's
Well, then it would give more air.
Huh?
Put a
Yeah.
pistol in there.
But, no, that sounds like great.
Dude, we're on fucking hell's
No,
no,
you-
nothing makes sense about this shit.
You got there's plenty of metal devices,
Right.
chairs,
Yeah.
etc. You can put in front of the door. Now, if the ship was powered and it detected pressure loss, then it's going to mechanically close the door. And it's going to have to be something pretty strong to be able to withstand. A chair, it's just going to crush. It'll probably not seal properly, but it's going to crush it anyways, and you'll just have a small leak through it. That'll register another fault, and the next door will close. Okay. Now, in this case, there's a certain point where, yeah, it's going to reduce the pressure in the local area, but after a certain point, it only reduces it so much that the ship doesn't care. Mechanically, it doesn't trip the alarm. Okay. Going from one room into the next, you half the pressure. That's going to set off an alarm. Going into the entire ship, it's not going to notice anything. But it's all a matter of how far do you want to take that. And if you had an engineer, they probably could tell you how much it would take.
Hey, engineer.
I've been asking to see
Okay.
if I know this stuff.
You do.
Like, oh, do you?
No, for ideas.
Not personally, no.
The best part about
That's
that,
my character.
the best part is when you're like, oh, well then I'm going to assume this. Then he's like, no, you're wrong.
Is
Yeah.
there
What the hell, man?
That's my job.
is there a way for you to manually equalize the pressure?
I don't know. Is there?
Sure. You could use the manual release and force the door. Okay, and that not only would, that's to his point. It bypasses all the safety mechanisms, which is intentionally difficult to do, but certainly possible. And you turn the crank, and very slowly, it's going to force the door open, and that's going to let the air in, and that will stabilize it. Or you can blast the window, and that'll do it faster.
But either way, there's a possibility we could get sucked into that crack
No.
in the door.
No.
No.
Be-
Okay.
Because it's going to open it up just a bare crack, and as soon as there's a sliver of anything, air's going to go through. It's not a big enough area. You're not really going into vacuum. All you're doing is stabilizing empty and full to middle.
Yeah. Hey, engineer.
Okay.
Why don't you figure out how to equalize that pressure?
do?
Turn those. I'm busy with my science.
Scientists get annoyed with the engineers. Do some real stuff. He's a theoretical engineer.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll do what they're suggesting.
Okay. You pull out the emergency override bar or whatever, and you stick it in. You start cranking. No, it's like this L thing that you stick into a specific slot, and it turns a bolt or whatever, and that very, very slowly will force the door open because it's like adjusting the mechanism that holds the door. And over the course of 30 minutes and a bit of exertion, initially you feel the air get pulled in. It stabilizes and seems to be pressurized at this point because the other doors were closed.
Nice.
Otherwise, all you would have done is just evacuate a second chamber.
You know, we're going to get home, and the kids are going to be like, how'd it go? And I'm like, well, we spent 3 hours arguing about a fucking airlock.
Right.
Okay,
It was important though.
it was.
All right, let's get this door open.
So, you have the door open. Now what?
So I'm not hearing any movement stuff, and no bodies floating around here.
Nope.
So this is the engine room, or the path to the engine?
This is the path to the engine room.
Okay. Is the next door?
How far away is the power generator, or the power station for the generator from? Thinking of that our old ship.
Mm-hmm.
What directions would it be? I'd probably just go there.
Okay. Just a second. Okay, that's not working. Okay.
The ship has no internal consistency.
It does.
We're living in a hellscape.
I told you, Event Horizon.
Well, you find a black
It's
circle.
okay.
just
The
float.
next one, it's going to be the reverse locker.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
so that door, once you have it open, leads you into the room that you were just at with the airlock.
Aha.
Okay, that's now pressurized, and the airlock beside you is closed. There's another hatchway that leads down from here into another section.
There we go. We opened the door.
Okay, that door
We've done that hours ago.
that door opens up fairly easily because the room beyond is also pressurized,
Okay.
and leads you down into this room,
We're being cautious.
which is the mechanics area, computer area for the engine. There's another chamber below this where the actual core is. This is the room where you would run and watch all the metrics and monitors, etc., and tune the engine.
Are any of the screens on?
No.
No.
So is there a way I can turn on the engine from here, or do we have to go to the actual?
You'd probably have to go down to the actual engine room itself.
Gotta wait.
Is it all of you going, or just the two of you at this point, or just you?
I thought all of us were
Yeah.
going.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
I
the
want to
sanity
medic everyone
damage.
open the new door compartment.
Okay.
All the
So,
sanity.
the final room is where the actual engine is. You're very familiar with it. You know what the startup sequence is.
Okay.
You can certainly get started on that. That'll take about 30 minutes or so.
Okay.
Okay.
So get started.
Once it gets started, it's pretty much automated. It will run on its own. It's just a matter of the engine, the core really starting to heat up and then start getting moving on itself. And then after 30 minutes or so, it'll be alive.
Okay.
I'll search the area while he's doing his startup stuff, see if I find
Okay.
more bodies.
You do not find any more bodies. This room appears to be empty as far as that.
Is it like a one-person job to take care of the engine, or is it like several people?
Well, it'd be two of the junior engineers, or you could probably do it. And again, once you get things started, once you put in the commands and everything, it just runs. You don't necessarily have to do anything unless things go unexpectedly.
Okay.
So there's no bodies. Is there anything else of note in the room?
No.
Oh, look at this beautiful engine.
Yes.
That's a note.
That it is. It's a very very impressive engine.
No damage or visible or
Nope.
anything like that.
Nope.
Then I'll go back and search the engineer's computer area and stuff while he's doing his startup sequence.
Okay.
If there's nothing in here.
You got the old Model T handle in your gun.
He's doing his thing. Like I said, it'll probably take 5 minutes or so, and then he's just in there watching the computers. He's not really doing anything at that point. As he starts bringing it on, at the engineering section, some of the consoles start to light up. One of them starts going through some diagnostics, a long black list of various codes and things like that means nothing to you. The other one next to you pops up and looks like it has a crew manifest listing on it. And it starts running through, sort of ticks off each one of them as it goes through and leaves a couple of them with a little asterisk next to it, indicating... Yeah. Okay. So it lists out 16 people. I believe it's 16 people. About that many. 4 of which are indicated as still on board. The other 12 are not located. According to the log, it says they've departed the ship.
Okay.
We found 4.
Yeah.
Correct.
So whatever was happening, the computer was actually keeping track of everything.
Right. But everybody left.
That's kind of scary.
Well, no, it kept track of everybody leaving. It departed the
Well,
ship.
maybe when the system turned on, like their suits.
Yeah. Do we have locator
Locators.
beacons?
Your
and
suits do.
locators?
Your
Okay.
suits do.
Were those 4 people still in their suits?
They were in their basic uniforms.
But the suits were still on the ship.
Okay.
Okay. So the 4 that were, according to the computer, the 4 that are on the ship are Priya Deer, exobiology, Haven Brady, command engineer, Gao Yu, secondary engineer, and Long Gang, secondary engineer.
Those are the ones
Yeah.
we found.
There's all your boys, man.
Wait a minute. What about the girl?
She was
That's
the
Priya.
first
She was
one.
the first one. you
Oh, is that the
mentioned.
first one?
Yeah.
Yeah. All the rest are listed as having departed the ship or left the ship. It doesn't have any indication of when.
Does it have an indicator of where they went?
No. Just says they're not present on the ship. That includes the captain, Nicholas Holzel, command pilot Cheng Zexi, secondary pilot Hung Ji Wan, the navigator Anuka Salo, chief scientist specialist in astrosciences, several scientists of various areas: astrobotany, astronomy, a couple of astrophysics, biology, exobiology, human biology, meteorology, and physics.
So pretty similar to loadout.
Very similar to your ship, yeah.
Are there any personal logs that we can get to?
No, this just looks like a basic ship's registry
Okay.
of the crew. Nothing else in that. Now, the one that does stand out is the navigator, Anuka Salo, whose name strikes a bell as far as the planetary registry.
The name of the planet.
Yes.
Salo's something. Yeah.
Beard fat.
Yeah. Beard.
Salo's beer fat?
Yep. His name's Glory, so it was. I'm gonna have Angel run her name and see if it appears anywhere in any historical documents. I don't know if she's basically for the ship or if she has like Earth documents, Google.
Yeah, she has access to all the information that Earth had and has transmitted since.
And none of those names show up in anything.
Yeah, she does a quick search comparing those names. According to her, none of these people have ever existed working for the company.
Could you do a quick search of us? Do we show
Yeah.
up as working for the company
Yeah.
still?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, we do. Sure we do, Angel. Okay, I think, is this everything up and running then?
It will be.
Well,
At least there'll be power.
Yeah.
do we want to plug the AI in and see if it can do stuff?
Yeah, we want to corrupt her.
Yeah, well, A, that's a possibility, but B, she still can't do much as far as ship functions and unlocking until the lockdown's done.
Right.
You've provided power, but every other system that you're seeing coming online is saying basically the same message. Unable to unable to activate until the captain's lock is undone.
Okay. Well, we did get some.
So from what you understand of the standard process, when the captain initiates a full lockdown, it shuts off the reactor and turns off the power, etc. Only the emergency functions continue to go.
Do we have life signs on our suits? Like the
Yes.
ship? Okay.
So he locked down the ship and left,
Seems that way.
and left 4 people behind.
Well, no, it was a remote lockdown.
Right. So
What's
you can
maintaining
get it
the ship in
from-
orbit?
You can do it from the surface of the planet, whatever.
Don't know.
That still doesn't make it work. Why did he lock it down?
If the ship is
He's psycho.
unpowered. Was it in an orbit?
Yeah,
Not a non-deteriorating orbit?
Yeah, it appeared to be.
Okay. Well, there's an atmosphere on this planet, right?
It is not breathable or habitable by us. It's methane. Big parts.
Okay.
Unless I'm missing a section we didn't explore on the ship. I think the next step's going to the planet.
Yeah, gonna have to be go back and get the.
Like, we can investigate the engineering area thoroughly and see if we missed something. Because we didn't actually investigate most of the workplaces. We just investigated the terminal and the engine.
I agree. Let's check out the engineering.
This whole area, yeah.
Isn't there?
Yeah.
I'm assuming there's a medical bay on the ship. Did we cover the medical bay?
When we did the
I
rest
thought
of the
that-
searching, did we?
In the habitats, there's a medical section on both levels. There wasn't anything of note. I mean, again, there were indications that people were using the habitat. It looked like they had been awake for some time. So there was used food, there was trash, things like that. Unlike your ship, where you guys have been awake for maybe 8 hours, 10 hours or something.
They've been awake for a while.
They were awake for many days, and there was definite sign. That, like I said, they had the experiments. They were running experiments for several weeks, and then then something happened, and they left them behind.
They discovered something. Like, and they figured out the program.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll ask Rudolph if they got any further on the signal or if everything's
No.
going good there.
Everything seems to be going good. Haven't talked to the scientists for a bit, but you know, the last time I checked with them an hour or so ago, they said they hadn't made any progress on the signal.
That's what we lost.
No blood curdling screams or anything. Okay, that's good.
None I've heard.
All right, good to know. All right, let's let's do our last search here and then head back over.
Okay. Head back to the big ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
After research the area.
Okay. Yeah, you guys spend another 30 minutes or so searching the engineering area. There doesn't seem to be anything else of note. By that point, the engines are running. They seem to be running fine. All the indicators are, everything's normal. No major concerns there. Except you can't get into any actual functions per se.
So you can turn on the engines, but you can't do anything else.
Correct.
So you can put the boat, you can put the ship in motion.
No. You can activate the power. That's it.
Right. So the power to the doors and stuff are on.
So
Lights
Right.
Are on.
All doors are on, lights are on, all that sort of stuff.
Life support or no?
Life support is running,
Okay.
and the gravity is returned to the spin habitats because those start moving.
Prius body.
Yeah.
No, we took Prius body. Never
Yes,
mind.
but all the blood that
Yeah,
was
just
floating
right.
is splatted. Yeah. Okay.
That's good.
Everything else, yeah, is
Quick vacuum it all.
everything else is. I mean, you can't do anything other than survive.
Yeah.
That's why they put them all in Ziploc bags. So
That's right.
That also disengages any of the safety locks that were locked down because of lack of power, etc.
Does it bring up the AI?
No, it's all locked down.
Maybe the captain was afraid that they'd leave without them and leave them on the planet.
Yeah.
Didn't trust the engineers.
Can't trust those.
We should not trust the captain.
Can't trust those
Why?
engineers.
There are the people on here. We've got one murdered woman and 3 engineers.
And the
door
captain's
was open.
mysteriously missing.
The captain
walking
was
down
on
the ship.
a mission. I mean, it'd be no different now if something happened on the ship with your other 2 engineers.
I'm not going to sign off on any science personnel going down to the surface unless we have a plan, an escape plan, proper supplies, and a purpose.
But we're getting our
Yeah,
our construction equipment on there. So the plan is to search their wreckage and see what happened to them. So that's the plan. Absolutely, we're gonna go to the surface, and the escape plan is get back in our ship and leave. I mean, we're competent pilots. Obviously, this wasn't a competent pilot.
We have
It's like
no
Mr.
way.
Magoo
If we're
just
down on
slammed.
if we're down on the ground and something goes badly, we have no way of getting back.
Yeah, we do. We just take off.
What happens if the ship gets damaged?
The ship won't get damaged. We're piloting it. Why would it?
You don't trust me?
Shoot, even my backup piloting skills are awesome.
It doesn't seem like a good idea.
Then don't go.
So the two,
What are we
the
gonna
two
do
big
besides
ships,
go
the
down?
space
Two big ships,
stations
yes.
are the same name of what name?
Trifina.
Ship and leave.
Okay.
Can't
No,
do that.
no.
And then the
no.
shuttle-
Cannot
have
do
different
that.
names
You
of
are a
what?
company man,
Correct.
my friend.
The shuttle that you have is called Shuttle Persis.
Okay.
The
It's hella
right.
cool.
And we've seen wreckage down there.
Rudolph has reported there's indications of wreckage along one of the hemispheres.
We're not allowed to leave the possibility of survivors.
I'm not
We
saying
have
we're
to
leaving,
investigate.
but
And we need to.
But we don't have any other choice but to go to the planet.
oh yeah. Which, I'm fine with going to the planet.
We need to go back first and check on the scientists that haven't been heard of for a while.
Yeah.
See if your scientists are down eating there.
Yeah, you're filling me with tons of confidence. Tons of confidence.
Well, I should. I am.
He's the captain.
Listen, I've been in 45 interplanetary missions, successful planetary missions. Heck, even Mars was a success. I survived.
So you're headed back to the Trifina?
Yes.
Okay. The science engineer doesn't, or the scientist doesn't seem convinced by this overall approach. So you guys fly back to the Trifina. By that time, they have the power lifters and rest of the gear that you asked for ready to go. Take them an hour or two to load it up in the shuttle. It gives you enough time to get some food, get some drinks, use the bathroom, do whatever else you want to do on the ship.
All right, I'm going to use my physics skill.
Okay.
I'm gonna measure out the readings we have for the wreckage
Okay.
and determine if the wreckage volume matches that of a shuttle, and the dispersion pattern matches the signature of a shuttle that broke up upon either impact or upon re-entry.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a physics roll.
I succeeded.
Okay.
Barely.
Yes, the wreckage that there appears to be of the correct mass and shape of a shuttle.
Okay.
From the readings, it doesn't look like it is dispersed very far, indicating that the shuttle may not have broken up, or at least not significantly.
All right.
You can't get a whole lot of information because it's on the other side of the planet. You'd have to fly around with your shuttle and get a better view of it, because you're in geostationary orbit with the other Trifina.
Okay.
But indications are it's out in a large snowfield.
So if we're in geostationary, we're pretty far away from the planet then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, relative. It's a planet.
It's a small planet, I get it, but you still can't be relatively close. You can't be 150 miles up, which is what like the International Space Station
Yeah,
is. It's pretty low.
You're orbiting over the same point,
Right.
which is
geosynchronous, but
right.
you have to be thousands of miles away to successfully geosynchronous orbit as even a smaller planet.
I don't know the exact math, but either way, yeah, you're not super far.
Okay.
With the shuttle, it's not a very long trip.
Oh, I'm sure.
Is there a?
I'm sorry. I was just going back trying to clarify how the hell this ship is still in orbit with no power.
The other ship, yeah,
And if it's in geosynchronous orbit, far enough away from the planet, that's fine.
Yeah.
That satisfies.
Right, it's not
well, and there's not a significant atmosphere on this planet. It has some, but not a lot.
Right.
So
And it would take thousands of years for. If
Sure.
you're far enough away, it would take a long time for them.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I know we went back with this previously, but so the purpose we got uncryostasis here was because the ship's like, hey, there's a planet here, we should investigate it, correct?
Well, we shouldn't run into it, and it seemed to take us directly to it.
Okay.
The company wants us to investigate this.
Yeah,
Okay.
and aren't gonna let us leave.
Okay, I was. You see, I'm just
To
trying.
that point, ask the AI, as the captain, if it would authorize us leaving currently.
Oh, why would we leave?
I
We
pull out my
actively-
plasma pistol
We,
and I shoot the captain.
And you see robotic.
that's right. You see my guts go.
Now you see how I survived.
Borg. You all. Is the whole planet covered in snow, or is it more? Does it look like there's a
Just trying to figure out
safer
the signal.
landing zone than where they apparently landed?
you'd have to be overhead them.
I didn't know if the sensors were.
No, the sensors can identify major factors of the planet. It's predominantly rocky. There may or may not be landing spots wherever you're looking at.
So if we go into inner orbit with our shuttle, we should be able to see if it looks like a better landing zone.
Yeah. You could do a flyby in orbit, and get with the cameras and sensors of the shuttle, get a fairly good view of the immediate area around whatever you're looking at.
Yeah, definitely should do that. I think that's a good idea.
Or you could head straight there and just hope there's something reasonable.
Yeah,
But
I mean, we are amazing pilots, but let's
well, it's a
cover
big
it.
ship.
But
Okay.
is the crash site like close to like any of the poles?
No.
No. Okay.
They hit Santa.
Could be.
I mean, I guess arguably it might be closer to the northern pole. It's not right in the center of both of them, but it's on the far side of the planet, which wouldn't be that unusual when you're descending to the planet, anyways. Depending on your timing, rotation, etc., you could be anywhere on the planet.
So if he's in geostasis in the larger ship,
Geostationary.
yeah, that's what it says. Same, something. Yeah.
Frozen in Earth.
Geostasis.
Geostasis.
Electro fries.
Note for next campaign: don't give Andy a technical
Listen,
lead role.
I tried engineering. It was already gone. Geopolitical. So if that's the case, we lose radio contact with the big ship if we go to say,
Yes.
the far side of the planet.
Yes.
But if on the west side of the planet we won't, his sensors are still picking that up, right?
If the planet is between you and the Trifina,
Right.
you're going to lose radio signal.
Gotcha. All right, so I will.
And I'm assuming the company didn't give us repeaters to drop in order.
No,
or anything
no.
like that.
You did. That was never
There's a-
part of the mission.
There's a mirror on the end of
You're a
the
science expedition.
Yeah,
You're
so
not.
look up some
You're not looking at anything else beyond that.
I like that. So look up, so a whole lot of string. Hello. Then I'm gonna. Why do I keep thinking Alfred? Rudolph. I'm gonna have Rudolph use the sensors to see where we land, and then adjust his orbit to be there.
To reposition over there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's valid.
I don't want to
Okay.
lose contact
Yeah.
immediately. I want to hear their screams. I guess.
Okay.
So did we figure out the scientists were okay?
I don't know. Did you look it up
Nobody
on science?
checked.
I don't know. He said he was going down to handle science stuff, so I don't. He wasn't going to sign off on science people going, but are they down there pulling
Are
their
there
intestines
cameras
out?
in the boat? In the ship? Like,
Yeah.
you can see the different things?
Well,
Yeah.
it's a boat. I can't use
Okay,
it.
so
I just say boat.
You
I don't know
can
yours
go
on
down
there.
there.
Through space.
Surely you've got some lesser scientists that we can take, you know, like your C-team or...
Hey, you suck. Why'd you come with us?
They got their honorary degrees for being famous.
They don't have degrees, they got certs. They got a couple of certs.
Don't we have an environmental engineer?
Oh.
Environmental science.
Yeah, you have meteorologists.
He
that
told us
they,
what
they,
the weather was
the weather. I'm not sure why you have meteorologists, but
It's gonna be a balmy 45 with a chance of meteorites.
astrobotany, astronomy, biology, exobiology, meteorology, and physics.
I think the exobiologist should come with us as well.
Yeah, the exobiologist, the exobotanist,
Yeah.
and
Astrobotany.
astrobotany, and I would say leave the physics guy up here because I'm a physics guy.
Okay.
The astronomer can stay up top too. Everybody else come with us.
If there's a
Everybody else?
Oh, I thought you were saving
Meteor-
those. I didn't realize you were leaving them behind.
So we're like leaving the 3 people behind?
well,
Yeah, we're leaving behind the cannon fodder.
we want to save. We want to keep. He said that 2 engineers have to be junior engineers have to do your job on the ship to keep it everything running fine up there.
Standard policy is 2 engineers would stay on the ship and the pilot
Yeah.
to maintain it in case of any faults, problems, etc. You could take the entire science crew after that, other than that.
Is there a fuel concern for the shuttle?
No.
Okay, so why don't we do this? Why don't we send down a core group, right, of 3, maybe 4 individuals, have them land, go, okay, it's a simple crash site, fly back up, grab everybody else, and come back down. Why risk everybody or risk a majority of the crew flying headfirst into an unknown?
Well, we can carry more gold.
Your shuttle can hold 11.
Yeah.
You could arguably fit 12 if you
And we don't
squeeze
need
them
them all.
in.
Like you said, I mean, we can.
Again, it's the risk factor. We're potentially risking a large section of the crew on an unknown unnecessarily.
It's up to you, Captain.
Oh, there's-
I'll pilot
there's
however
no
many people
risk.
you want to send.
Yeah, there's no risk. I mean, he's a great pilot.
Did those come with the uniform? The knee pads?
Standard issue.
Standard co-pilot.
I actually think your idea is good.
Yes.
I think
Once I got one.
I had to look at my character sheet real quick. Yeah.
So you're gonna send 4 red shirts first, and then bring the shuttle
No,
back
no,
and
no,
get
no.
everybody else.
Nope.
You're a red shirt.
Nope. I will go. My experienced co-pilot will go. I will need a medic, just in case something does happen. So, how's your medical skill, right? Didn't you say you were
I'm an
Alright.
expert at medical
I'll go
too.
with you.
but your ability to identify the physics
Yeah,
of the
you
crash
going.
site, I think, will be important as well.
Okay.
And
I'll stay on the boat.
your ability with the engineering side of things and maybe
We're
trying to
gonna need
fix
an
things.
engineer.
Why
Yeah.
don't you send all the NPCs?
Because I want the shuttle. I want the shuttle, and the shuttle. They, the NPCs fail their.
Study the records for orbit, it looks like that is a shuttle down there.
Oh
Right.
darn, it's
But if
bad.
but if it's a destroyed shuttle,
I mean, we might be able to get the black box out of it or something like that and
Right,
figure out what
right.
happened.
so if the base 5 of us go, yeah, I think that's right. I think that's a good idea.
To run a buffet ship.
Trofina?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It means delicious.
Does it?
It's a Bible name for delicious. Yes. I was like, there's something about this.
No reference.
Yeah. That's what I said. We are a buffet.
Okay, so
Yes.
what have we come up with on the plan?
Now-
Have we come up
yeah.
with a plan?
He's gonna send a junior engineer. Or
I'm
you
fine
coming?
going
You're
down
coming?
here.
We're gonna take the base 5 of us first,
Okay,
and then
if
yeah,
necessary, bring the rest.
and then if we deem it safe for the rest, because he has qualms about sending his baby scientists, and
I'm just scientist babies.
little baby scientists.
What, are we putting babies down on the planet?
Yep, you know it.
This adventure could be kind of fun with 16 players.
Yeah.
Takes forever.
It would take forever,
I want-
but as people die.
I want
You,
to see-
I think you would probably do better with having like a big room like this with 3 separate tables and 3 GMs communicating through
Maybe.
Discord.
Could be fun.
the ship.
Or
The
yeah,
engines just broke down.
they have their
A headset.
the headset with a mic.
That would be amazing for like a Comic Con or something like that, or a Game Con.
So, anyway, okay, so you're gonna take the core crew,
Yep.
you 5, and go down.
Yep.
And your plan is to do.
We're gonna do a flyby first to see
Okay.
if there's a safer space to land.
Okay.
As we scan over.
And have the Trifina reposition
Once
to
we
be
land,
geosynchronous
yeah.
over there?
Yes.
Okay. So, Rudolph, explained that that'll probably take about a 2-hour maneuver to move it carefully into place and so forth.
It'll be 2 hours without.
Well, you'll be, I mean, it's gonna take you some time to get there.
Yeah.
Plus the flyby, it won't be that long without contact, but he won't be able to be in position immediately.
Gotcha.
Okay, so he's gonna start that orbital change now, get that started. In the meantime, they've loaded up, a half dozen power lifters.
Okay.
The engineers are kind of curious why you're planning to bring these, but that's fine. If you want them, you're welcome to have them.
And the floodlights as well.
And the floodlights and
Okay.
things like that. They thought of a few other things, but it'll be up to your luck whether or not they have it if you think of something else you need. Okay?
Okay.
That's where the luck steps in. You can always make a luck roll and things you forgot about but your character didn't, maybe you have. Okay? Now, since I'm assuming where you're going with the power lifters is combat potential.
Well, first it's to see if the wreckage is salvageable.
Okay.
And it's not severe wreckage, like.
Okay,
something that can be
for
fixed.
construction purposes.
Right, it's the
Okay.
beginning of that, but.
Right, they're
secondary
very
moving-
effective from a construction purpose
Yeah.
or moving heavy objects.
Yeah.
They have minimal benefits in combat. I mean, obviously they're strong.
Armor, kind of.
It's not an enclosed thing.
Gotcha.
Okay, and because they're so big and bulky, there's no dodging
Yeah.
with them.
Gotcha, okay.
So if you're willing to handle that, yeah, if you run into something that needs extra strength, it's sort of viable.
Before we leave, is there a, I was thinking of a cutting torch, but a plasma torch that we can load as well?
Yeah, the power loaders actually have those.
Okay,
They
that
have-
was the
they-
other thing I was thinking. If
Yeah, they're very useful from an industrial standpoint. They're loaded with, they have their claws, obviously, that can lift things. They have a fine point, laser for, detailed cutting. And then they have a chainsaw for cutting, for chopping trees, things like that. And a burning torch, effectively a flamethrower, for clearing out areas. Again,
Flamethrower, not a robot.
yeah. They're not considered combat armor by any means. Okay, and again, you're not military.
Right.
These are the guys at the dock type stuff loading the boxes. I don't know why they have a flamethrower.
And a
but-
chainsaw.
It's like,
But-
yeah, all
You gotta take care of the weeds somehow.
Well,
Might as well install a
the
flamethrower on all the
idea of
forklifts.
the idea of these would be occasionally you're gonna use them to clear area, to set up a camp or whatever. You need a flamethrower to burn down the trees, and a chainsaw to cut things and so forth.
Could you imagine you pull up to a warehouse, some dude rolls out in a forklift and it's just,
That's
it's
one
all
with a
Mad Max,
flamethrower.
all this shit all over it. What the hell,
I don't
man?
know, but
Just put the shit in my truck.
for the inevitable, yes, I have stats for the power loader
The
if
edge-
you choose
Okay.
to use
At
it.
The inevitable.
Yeah.
The
Every time you say power loader, somebody says, I'm climbing in.
I'm
the engineers
just
on
gonna do
Earth,
it,
it's
yeah.
like, we need to make a multi-purpose armor. Just throw all the utility stuff on
Right.
that.
Okay, so you guys launched the 5 of you. You wearing your suits or not? Spacesuits.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
You don't necessarily need to in the shuttle.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I will have mine on, the O2 supply off, so I'm not using it.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and I'll just use the
So if the
atmosphere.
bad
in the
happens,
ship.
we can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that would be the normal approach. Okay. So
I think in the real shuttles, they had the systems hooked up to the ship like
No.
a tether. I thought.
no, they do. I think possibly for launch because of the
Yeah.
pressures.
Right.
Once they've launched, then they don't typically have the helmets on, unless they are expecting a problem.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about during launch and stuff. Yeah, not
Right.
not once you're in orbit, everything's stable and good.
Yeah,
But during the tumultuous time of takeoff and landing.
I think they have
or-
the extra pressurized of the
Right, and then
machine.
the O2 system of the ship was plugged into their suits, and
That's
yeah,
right.
That's the name of the game.
because like the
What's that?
challenge,
Always.
Always expecting an issue.
Okay.
the Challenger when it blew up,
We're all Boy Scouts.
there were guys that survived all the way down to the water because they had the suits on, and it's a dirty fucking thing that nobody likes to talk about.
Okay. So, anyways, you guys launch from the ship. 30 minutes or so circling around the planet or whatever. You do a low orbit flyby. What site specifically are you focused on? The crash site?
The crash site.
There's multiple
and
sites?
And as well. I like this.
You guys tell me. Where do you want to look at on the planet? You can
First off
effectively
is
your
the
low
crash
orbit.
sites.
You can go anywhere on the planet and take a Earth survey of it.
Do you want to go up to the poles real quick to see what's going on there?
At least one of them. Yeah.
But
See-
here's the thing: if we go to the poles, we already know there's something weird with
Right,
electromagnetics up there, right?
Yeah.
If
It's
we
gonna
go up
mess
there,
with
it
our
screws
sensors.
with the ship, and we crash.
Right. Well, that's why we don't go too far. But I'd like to see if.
You're gonna go just far enough you don't
What?
crash.
Yes.
with your astrophysics of how the ship collided with the planet, maybe they were doing the exact same thing we are doing.
Yeah, can I posit that theory into my?
You'd have to actually take a look at the crash site first.
Okay, we
Yeah.
fly by the crash site and look at that, I guess.
Once again, we're going to give you a giant science ship to send into space, to potentially colonize other planets.
No,
we're not
you-
going to give you a telescope to look down
No,
on the planet.
you don't have
first.
visibility
Yeah.
from it. It's on the
Right.
other side of the planet.
Right.
Well, I thought we had moved over.
That's
No,
what I'm
he's
saying. Where are
starting.
you going first?
Oh, with the big ship.
No.
The big ship
hours.
is going to take its time to move into position
Has to
because it's
stay-
a big ship.
it
It
has to
doesn't
stay
move
safe.
that. You guys are in the shuttle. You're doing a low orbit flyby on the planet.
Yeah.
Which
Why-
location do you want to go to first?
Why are we not waiting until the ship is in position before we launch?
Because.
Was that decision made while you were gone?
Yeah, because the captain said no.
Yeah, Captain, we got places to go and people to be.
We waited till you went to go pee and then we made an executive decision.
Yeah.
Wait, I told you, you're on the shuttle.
They strapped you into the shuttle, said, "Here's your helmet. We go."
I really feel like this is right now is Armageddon. And you're the dude that rides the nuke. Like at some point, you're just gonna be like,
Common sense would dictate we move the ship over our intended target first.
We weren't sure where we were gonna land.
I
That's
thought
the
we were
thing.
going to the crash site.
Well, our low orbit. I want to make sure we're landing in the safest place possible. That's why we're doing the low orbit.
Glad we're
spin,
not NASA scientists.
is to
right?
look.
What? Once again, we don't have any type of imaging equipment to,
You do once you get a view of the
Close.
location.
Yeah.
on the ship,
No, it
not on
can't
the
be.
shuttle.
Either. The Trifina doesn't have line of sight to the crash site. They've scanned it and they detected a metal object in the area. They get some basic information.
You're not understanding what I'm saying. There's no imaging equipment on the ship to zoom down to the surface and view the surface.
It absolutely can if it has line of sight.
Why don't we just use the ship?
Because we're already in the.
Shuttle.
We're already in the shuttle.
Well, I would have brought all of this shit
Right,
off.
that's why we didn't. That's why we didn't tell you. We just got on the shuttle.
Because the big ship's behind us.
Yeah,
we're
we
flying.
asked you, it's like,
We
hey,
did
can you
the-
check
we
something
did
on the
the slow
shuttle? And then we
motion
close
walk
the
and-
door and find you.
We did the slow motion hero walk. You felt all important and everything.
But all of these guys are not scientists and they don't think through that.
I hate all these people.
You're not my supervisor.
So you're gonna do a low orbit pass on the crash site
The
first.
The crash site first.
Okay.
And verify that is our crash site. Does it look like it's like wiped
This
out
is
across
faster.
the?
No, you do.
No, it's not. Because we're not playing in real time. We can literally just go, alright, we're gonna spend the next 8 hours flying around the
No,
planet in the
I
main
have,
ship.
I have a 2-hour timer going for that ship to move.
That's okay because it takes us 30 minutes to even get to the planet and then time to do the flyover.
Yeah.
So
And then
it'll
we
be
need
about
to
an
discuss
hour.
airlocks.
So anyways, you do a low orbit flyover
Can I
while
take
the,
a sanity check now?
while the scientist argues about the insanity of all this.
God damn it.
You fly over. It looks like it definitely looks like the shuttle. Imagery comes up. The shuttle looks mostly intact.
Okay.
Its nose is buried in the snow. The rest of it shows some damage, but nothing significant. Most of it looks to be post-crash, or as a result of the crash, better said. I didn't get shot out of the sky or anything like that.
It didn't break up on
It didn't break up on impact. There is a little bit of debris, but basically the fuselage is intact. It buried nose first in the snow, in an ice field.
Is this water snow or is it like methane snow or carbon dioxide snow?
Based on the planetary, it's like carbon monoxide and methane is the predominant gases.
So does it look like if we land successfully, we'll be able to take off in the same area?
Yeah, it's big ice field.
All right.
You can't necessarily tell how deep the snow and ice is, but it's just a big flat area.
Is this shuttle a VTOL setup or is it like?
Yeah.
So it can literally just land.
It can come, hover, and then land.
Okay.
Not a problem. It doesn't
Okay.
have to land like the actual shuttle.
Right, which were just bricks that fell out of the sky.
Right. You wouldn't be able to launch then.
We'll do vertical, and then we can vertical takeoffs as well.
And with the reduced gravity of the planetoid, it's,
Yeah.
I mean, you're at like 0.7, 0.8% gravity, or 0.7 or 0.8 Gs instead of full. So your shuttle shouldn't have any problems launching, assuming nothing else affects it, like getting stuck or falling through the ice or
Tractor.
whatever, tractor beams.
I'm just wondering if maybe we could salvage the shuttle.
That's what I had said.
Yeah.
I'm
You were in the
cool with
bathroom when we were
we've got
there.
2 shuttles.
My piss wasn't this long. My God,
We're always slow when you're here.
you guys. The entire plan was stuff all facets of it.
We
Well, I
went.
took a
We
30
went.
second piss.
We went. Okay, the science guy's
And
gone.
really, this is just a recap. They're back on Earth now.
We salvaged both ships and left.
Yeah, you were cooperatively.
We just keep drugging him.
Why do I
Here.
come here?
That's what she's got in the Ziploc.
It's sleeping pills.
Engineer.
Milk of the poppy mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, did you want to do a low orbit flyby anywhere else, or did you want to land?
I think we should avoid the poles, guys. I really do.
I agree.
We
don't know
can,
what the
if we
effects
can do that on foot if necessary. Our suits and stuff have like environment.
Yeah,
They won't have to freeze to death.
they're EVA suits. You're perfectly fine.
Okay.
Assuming the life support, the 10 hours
Right.
is still good. You're perfectly fine in these temperatures.
Okay.
Now it is like Antarctic type weather. It's a thick layer of snow over ice is what the readings are showing. It's strong enough to apparently hold the shuttle that crashed.
Yep.
Beyond that, who knows?
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Let's. I think we need to be as close to this other one as possible.
Okay, so you're gonna land there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shake the fin down. Go to the back. Don't make me come back there.
Okay. How close are you? How close are you gonna try to get to the shuttle? As close as you can.
A few hundred yards.
Okay.
No.
I don't want a mile away
Why not just land right next to it?
because I don't want a chance hitting it.
I thought you were the best pilots in the galaxy.
We are.
That's
We did
Han.
Yeah, we did some kind of parsecs or something somewhere.
I mean, you can land basically in its vicinity, not a problem.
Yeah,
Okay.
close enough that we don't have hours of travel time.
Yeah,
to work
yeah.
on it or-
15 minutes or so is
Yeah,
fine.
okay.
Okay. So you guys come in for a landing. Give me a piloting roll. Whoever is driving the ship.
That's me.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we would all die. I hope one.
What are you
1%.
First you're medic.
He sits
then you're
down. He
pilot.
sits down in the co-pilot seat, takes the
Yeah.
joystick. We're going in.
Our air marshal just grabs him and duct tapes him to the seat.
This is what you get for not discussing the plan with me.
I'm in charge now.
Oh wow.
What is that?
It's an 86.
We're all gonna die. It would be hilarious if you crashed and killed all of us. That would be amazing. We got 3 hours into the game and that was it.
How close did you get?
I needed a 58 or less.
Woo.
Okay, so you're like 24 points or so.
Huh?
20 points or so off.
Yeah.
Okay.
much luck
I'll
do you
take it not to crash the plane.
You're not going to crash. It's just a matter of how well you land, and so forth. So it's up to you whether or not you want to take it.
What's your pilot skill?
58.
She's the co-pilot.
Are you a better pilot?
I'm a better pilot. Oh wait, it says pilot, but then it says Trafina. So it's,
Yeah, you
I
can
just-
pilot the
just
big
that
ship.
one.
Yes.
Okay. I was to say.
What does yours say?
It just says that too.
Neither one of them know how to pilot a shuttle.
It's the same thing.
Oh,
I'm not worried
okay.
about it.
I'm pretty sure
Mine's
you have to be
70.
qualified on the smaller ship to fly the bigger
yeah.
ship.
Bigger ship is beep, and you go. Full speed.
Alright, I'm taking.
That's why Ruloff was excited about his job. He had 2 hours as we slowly approached the planet. I'm piloting, man. I'm in charge. It's on autopilot.
Alright, I took the massive luck hit to.
Okay.
pass.
Okay. So you land the ship without much difficulty. As luck would have it, you land on a fairly solid piece of ice. The ship only sinks in maybe a foot or two in the snow, but then hits solid support. And as the engines turn off and everything, you can hear the snow and wind blowing outside. It's about a 10-minute walk or so over to the other shuttle.
I will. Let's see. Do I need y'all? Let's see.
Do I need you all? The captain's going by himself.
Came for.
Well,
Do we have? Is comms still working? Like, say you go out.
To each other, yes.
yes, but not. To
Oh yeah, not to the big ship.
yet. Yeah.
Do you want me to stay behind in the ship?
Yeah, I feel like you should protect the ship. I don't want the prior crew to like run on and take it and leave, and we're stuck.
Sir, I would never leave you behind.
Right, not by choice.
Y'all better keep up.
Yeah, so lock
So-
the doors. We're in a bad neighborhood.
You're gonna get shuttle jacked.
Hey, I can only feel like that's a possibility, man.
Okay.
What's the ghost of Mars?
Yeah.
Everybody gets off the ship. Other people sneak on. We did it. It's ours now. Okay, so Camillo is going. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay, And the captain's going, obviously.
You want me to go, Captain?
Yeah, you
Oh,
need
yeah.
to take a look at this ship when we get
Ernst
to it.
is going, and Johan.
Everybody arm yourselves
Okay.
I got my rifle.
in case there's snow fleas or something.
No fleas?
Snow fleas are a thing. They're legit. I had to show her a picture the other day because she had no idea it was
And
real.
we're gonna use a plasma rifle on this.
What's that on your back? Hold still.
Snow fleas of unusual size.
I took it out.
I'm not sure I have complete confidence.
Before, and I never knew what the hell they were.
Yep, snow fleas.
I'm not sure I have complete confidence in this captain anymore.
I'm telling you, he's an imposter.
Okay.
Just gives me a nervous.
It does. Okay.
Motion sensors. No, darn it.
Yes, your motion sensors do not work outside. Oh, I think I went to the wrong one. Yep. You guys are back on the other Trafina. That one doesn't count.
Darn scientists tricked us.
That's a bad trick if he took you to that location instead. Okay. Once it loads,
Flashing lights are working.
can you see where things are?
It's really bright.
It is. It's like it's a snowfield. You guys are way to the right.
Now, is that the ship we're in or the crash ship?
That's the crash ship. Like I said,
That's
there.
why it fell down. It's got no nose.
It's in the snow.
Right. Okay.
Is the hatch open successfully?
Everything's currently closed on it.
Let's go up.
If it matters, well, I guess it doesn't matter because there is no sun here. So I was going to say it's shortly after morning, but there's no sun, so there's no morning. It's all the same darkness. There's just a dull gray cast to everything.
Okay. Yeah, let's go up to the main hatch, I guess. There is one.
Okay.
My engineer would know the best way to get into this.
What hatch will lead us to the?
Well, there's only 3 hatches on the shuttle, at least on your shuttle.
Okay.
There's 2 in the back, one of which leads into either airlock, and then one that was in the roof of the nose.
And the nose is bringing into the snow.
Currently covered by ice.
We should probably go to one of the rare ones.
There you go.
We got professional engineer perspective.
Okay, so you guys climb up. Meanwhile, your suits are registering a combination of methane and carbon monoxide. Highly toxic if you end up breathing it. Not a good thing to do. So, computer recommends keeping your helmet on. As you guys approach, other than the snow, there's nothing of note here. You get up to the hatch. It's closed. You can hear the wind blowing. Not much else.
To open it?
There is a button to open it. You try it. It doesn't seem to open.
Manual.
Does it look like I have power?
Not from the outside. There's no lights or anything else like that on.
Is there a manual override to this airlock?
Yes, you can make a electrical repair roll and see if you can open the hatch.
I shall do so.
Hey, I'm alright at that too. I don't know what yours is.
50.
Oh, mine's 48.
He's so much better.
Yeah.
Oh, nope. I failed.
Okay.
Let me give it a shot.
You can push it if you want.
No, get out of the way, amateur.
Engineer now too?
Got it.
Okay.
By a decent margin.
Okay. He shows you how to properly connect those wires. The snow is obviously distracting you. As you do, there is a pop and a hiss as the door goes in slightly and then goes into the wall of the shuttle and everything. As it opens, you get a blinker on your suit saying that the electrical systems inside the shuttle are still active and can be linked to it to activate things remotely as well.
Is there a panel right there?
Not outside on the door.
Well, no, but like right inside the door.
Inside there's a large airlock room.
Yeah.
And just like it was with your ship. So.
Okay, I'll stop, turn around to everybody, and be like, hey, look, we can connect to the ship. We don't have to go in. We can use the ship still has power. So one of us can connect to it and look inside. What do you guys want to do?
I'll go in. It's fine. I'll connect to it. Go in.
You sure about that?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, basically
I don't know what happened here.
connecting to the ship will let you activate doors and things like that remotely. Yeah.
Yeah, I will connect.
Yeah.
Turn my phone. What's the code again? Crashship.com.
Xenomorph behind you.
Okay. So you guys go in
I'm on the plane.
and find yourself on the left or the port side airlock. There are doors leading into the other sections. The snow whistles and blows in, but the ship itself looks like it was still sealed.
Are you guys all coming in? Just to the airlock? Okay.
Is there signs of inhabitants in this area?
I will turn on the lights.
Like,
That's
if, like...
The lights of the
which-
ship?
No, which
Yeah,
way
okay.
is the nose? Like, is it north, south, east, west,
Southeast.
southeast?
But on this is north.
Yes. So in terms of this, the nose is to the north on this map.
On the map. Is there a big pile of debris and stuff in the far side of the hallway, or is there, like, nothing in this hallway?
Nothing in the airlock room.
I get where you're going with that. When we were outside walking around, did we see signs of an encampment, like a tent
No.
or anything like that? An
No.
emergency hab shelter?
Nope.
Okay.
Just nothing but snow as far as you can see.
Okay.
Now the airlock itself slopes down at a fairly steep angle.
Okay.
I mean, the shuttle didn't come in flat; it came in nose first. So it descends as you go towards the nose of the ship.
Shut the airlock.
Okay.
Now we got our motion sensors on.
Turn the motion sensors on.
Okay.
Can you turn on all the lights in the ship?
Yep, I did.
Okay.
Is the core still powered up on the ship?
Yeah, the power, everything's working.
There is power from the readings on your thing. The core is not operational. It's operating on emergency power, but you can get the lights and everything else running. Now, not all the lights are. It looks like the lights are running in some cases faulty. They're not 100% working, but you're able to turn them on, and the readout on your glove shows the different lights around the ship turning on.
Okay.
What's the air quality like in here?
Methane and carbon monoxide?
In this room, can you tell through the ship interface what the rest of the ship is like?
No, it doesn't have that. It doesn't have that level of it.
Okay.
But your suits, according to the suits, the air is foul and poisonous.
So should we go to the front, I think?
Yeah.
Sure. Let's check these doors in here first.
Oh, let's check the medical bed.
It's not a bad place to start.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. Do we have a medical bay in our shuttle?
We have a brig. I sure hope we have
No,
a
that's
medical
where we
bed.
keep the bodies.
The brig is on either side of the med bay.
Okay.
It's not really a brig; it's a quarantine room.
Flight name for a brig.
Just because you're quarantined the criminals.
Yeah.
That's right.
Let's I like that idea.
Yeah.
We put our body
safety.
into the brig, so.
Go down there and get whatever medical supplies we might need, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yep, we'll go there first. I'll go first. Do
Okay, so you head north on the map to the next room, swinging it open. This leads into the environmental room, effectively, access for things like that. You go into there. Now that leads into, to the north is where the med bay is. To the south is the storage room. And then further south is where the engine compartment is. To your east is the other airlock.
We'll go to medbay first.
Okay.
Are all the supplies there?
Yeah, the place is a shambles. It looks like a earthquake hit the place. There's supplies scattered everywhere. Tables moved around. Computer screens are off the wall, etc. No sign of any blood. More of just something smashed everything in the room.
Like in the crash, or something else was in here and did it?
Hard to say. There's no signs of anything else.
Does it look like crash damage?
I'm gonna actually roll that because you could, if you impact something, all the debris is gonna be in front.
Sure.
So, yeah, I made it.
It looks like predominantly crash damage.
Looking at the way all the debris scattered and everything, and yeah, it looks
Certainly,
like
certainly everything's going downhill.
Yeah, well, that doesn't.
Is there anything you can salvage?
Just roll downhill.
Is there anything
medical.
salvageable?
Sure. There's lots of medical supplies, things like that.
Has any of it been used?
No.
Do I have?
Is there anybody in the quarantine sections?
You check those. No, those are empty.
Do I have a means of collecting this stuff, like a backpack or something?
I
Probably not.
probably not on a spacesuit. I mean, you can gather a handful of basic supplies, but I mean, your shuttle has plenty of it. There's nothing really here that's going to benefit you beyond what you already have.
Is there a layer of dust on everything?
There is a layer of snow on everything and ice,
Okay.
So the vehicle has been compromised somewhere.
and it's also frozen. And as far as your suits are concerned, it's still poisonous air in the area.
So it's not airtight. Well, I was hoping to potentially relaunch this ship. That would not be possible.
Yeah, from the looks of it, it suffered significant structural damage
Okay.
in the crash. Could it be salvaged? Sure, with a bunch of time and proper equipment and everything, but it's not something you're going to launch today. It'll be multiple years if you guys could even do it.
Let's see if we can get to the
Cockpit?
cockpit. There you go.
Oh,
I'm no captain, so.
Let's see if we can get to the pilot.
front.
The captain's problems are leaking into other departments. The place.
Thing in the air.
Okay.
Turn the wheel.
Now, I assume you're monitoring their progress? I mean, you can hear them on the radio and everything with the background sound of that other transmission. You doing anything special or just sitting there listening?
Yep. Just
Okay.
chilling,
Okay.
making sure no one gets in this ship with me.
Okay. I assume you locked the door when they left.
Lock the door.
Sitting there with my feet up on the deck, playing some music.
You remember you hit the power lock. Okay.
She put in those locks to take a half an hour to crank back up.
So, would the engine room may be a more significant, like, source of heat if they were trying to survive here?
I would think that. But we also got to keep in mind it's been 4 years.
Not necessarily. They were 4 years ahead of us. We have no idea when they went to the planet.
Well, the last log was 4 years ago. That was the last
That was-
log on the.
Yeah, on her tablet,
Yeah.
but not the last log, and we don't know when they locked down the
Sure,
planet.
we can check out the engine room. We'll have to investigate the whole boat anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go towards the engine room, personnel, and
It's a boat. It sails, doesn't it? No.
No, not really.
What are you gonna do?
Going to the engine room.
Oh, okay. You're gonna head back.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're backtracking, keeping the aliens off guard. We go to this room, then we go to the opposite side of this and investigate that room, and then we go back to all the way back to the other side.
Okay. You head to the engine room in the back. Large engine, definitely cold. Has been off for quite some time.
No sign of people in this thing at all.
No. Again, there's a layer of frost and ice on everything. The temperature in the room is a balmy negative 25. And looks like it's been that temperature for quite some time.
Let's secure the cockpit first, and then we can start worrying about the engine.
Okay.
Because it's currently on emergency power. That might be enough for the monitors and stuff. I don't want to turn on this engine, creating this whole bunch of heat, and the next thing we know, we're going into the planet.
Yeah, good idea. To the cockpit, see if the
Ship melts a hole into the ice planet.
and we all sink. She flies away and says, "See ya."
Yeah.
I'm the captain.
Tell you it's a boat, it sinks.
Okay, so where are you going to go next?
To the cockpit.
Okay.
The far outside of the
We're getting-
I don't think you guys know how to fog walk, really.
We're getting our steps in.
That's right. You think I'm checking stats? I'm checking steps on my Fitbit. Company gives me a discount on insurance if I get 10,000 steps a day in space.
Hey, shut the door.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Shut the door now.
Do we see anything moving?
No?
Are those two side rooms with doors?
Mm-hmm. Those
Go
are the
over
cabins.
I shut the doors.
Okay. Those are the brig, as George calls it.
It's fine.
Okay.
I will.
I thought the bricks were on the
Brigs are on the
sides.
sides.
Of the infirmary.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
that's
in
where
the
you guys are at.
Currently in there.
You guys were heading towards the captain's the cockpit.
Okay, now you don't know what it is.
The
either.
captain's log.
Yes.
I will.
That's the bathroom.
I will pull a pistol and start moving my way cautiously towards the. No, I don't know. Rifle.
Let's make a firing line.
Me. I had to get the guy who was in front of you.
It was a snow gnat. Snow gnat.
No slapping the mosquito. It's wow.
Sorry about your ear, but there was a flea on there.
Methane ignites. Oh yeah, that's a good point too.
Like the beeping motion.
The planet explodes. Fiery ball. Well, it's not a nice planet anymore.
And the people on the ship was like, well, they started a sun.
Yep. All right. Yep. I'm gonna slowly move towards the cockpit and see. If,
Okay, so you pull out your pistol,
Yep.
and I heard that you're doing the same thing, and then you're going to suggest to these non-military persons to form a firing line, so everybody goes single file.
It's a very narrow hallway.
No. Listen, one person should like slap the door open from the side, and the rest of us should be milling around, not in each other's line of fire. Would be I'm gonna take cover behind a desk or something.
Okay.
So when we opened the doorway forward, that's when the movement alarm went off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did we hear anything before Thad told us to get out of the way? Like, was there any, like, rummaging through stuff we heard?
No?
We were just in the infirmary.
Right. We're
Yeah.
walking past the infirmary.
We opened this door,
Yeah, it's going through the...
and we heard the motion detectors going
Right,
on.
but we were just in there.
No, we came in from back there.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But we were in there.
in
In
we
the
were
infirmary.
looking around and saw
In the
all
infirmary,
this
yes.
stuff.
Yes.
Infirmary, and
And
then we
no
went a
thing
door
went off.
further.
No, then you guys went to the engineering department, and then you came back to
We
the
went
infirmary.
Then back up to here, and we were starting to go forward when we
So
hit the
in the
motion
amount of
detector.
time that we were in there before, left and came back, something's in there.
No,
there's
nothing's
nothing
in the infirmary, it's
we
in the
opened
hallway.
door.
It's the next
Oh.
The
room.
next door.
Okay,
Front.
I'm
Nope,
I'm
yep.
there now.
The medic's up to
We
date
went back
now.
and forth. She's taking space more.
Everybody's sitting there trying to explain what's happening by the door. No, the creature is on the other side.
I bravely start walking down the hall.
Okay.
It's been a long time since you guys slept in the cryopod.
Say, Hoaxel, is that you? And continue.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
I grab him by the back of the shirt.
The
For the suit.
spacesuit?
Yeah, and don't do this. Don't.
Does this give us proximity?
No.
No.
Again,
Well,
Does it beat
It,
faster? Or
it does beep louder and more insistent when it gets closer.
Okay. Well, obviously something's moving this way, so I'll wait. Hoaxel, is that you?
Do we have like Kim lights or
Well,
anything on?
he can't hear you because you're in a spacesuit.
Yeah, well, he's got comms with anyone.
The creature down the hallway hears a.
that's the message we heard over the comms.
They got a speaker on the outside of the phone.
No, there is no response.
Okay.
Do we have like Kim lights or anything?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna crack a Kim light and throw it as far as I can down the hallway.
Okay, well, the lights are on.
Right.
And I'm not gonna crack a Kim light.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it in my belt
I mean,
pouch.
you can see down the hallway because of all the lights.
And there's nothing.
There's nothing currently in the hallway.
Okay, that sounds getting louder.
How tall is the
It's in the
ceiling? Is it like a, just a...
Just a normal
Level?
spaceship hallway,
Okay, I'm walking.
about 8 feet.
And all the other doors in this room are shut, right?
Yes.
The lights
Now,
are
the
on
dam-
down the hallway and we can't see anything in the
But
hallway.
these doors are open.
You can. All the lights are on. Yeah, you don't see anything moving in the hallway. Now, the damage here is quite a bit more extensive. Okay, as far as the twisting of the thing, again, the whole thing is angled down, maybe at a 10 or 15 degree angle, and this far forward, the ship is twisted a bit, and so forth.
I will continue on.
Okay.
Off and keep going.
Everybody following with him?
Oh, man, I don't want to be second.
Well, you're second.
So Bruno goes second.
No, I'm gonna try to hold everybody back.
Okay, you're gonna stay at the door.
Yeah, no, I
Okay.
just see what happens.
We're gonna send the captain in as sacrifice.
Hey,
I'm on
it's
the
right
lock.
here. It says it right here. Sacrifice.
Okay, so you head down. You pause at the first intersection. Look around. There's 2 doors into the side rooms.
Are they both closed?
They're both closed.
We're clear to here, guys. You can move up to
Yeah,
the
I'll
first
move up.
intersection.
Okay. And Jan or Lopez, you guys moving up?
Yeah, I'll move up with his character.
Bruno?
Yeah.
Okay, you gonna stay in the med bay where it's safe?
No, I'm going.
Okay.
It's fine.
I'll move up to the next
It's
intersection.
Okay.
frost now.
And the 4 of you heading up with them?
Am I going by myself to each intersection and clearing the corner?
After every intersection, okay, it's safe. Let's move up. 5 more feet.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, clearing corners.
Okay. You move cautiously up to the next one. Oh, ignore that one.
Oh, it's...
That one's that.
All right. Am I still not seeing anything?
Still not seeing
Is
anything.
there? You said the wreckage is more extensive here. Is it like openings to the outside that I can see at this point?
No, but the doors don't seal completely.
Ah, gotcha.
I'm gonna look down the hallway.
Mhm.
Is there like water dripping
No.
or anything like that?
No.
So there. Okay, so nothing obvious, fake or false signal.
Correct.
Okay. Fuck. I was really hoping it'd be like.
We get down to we get down to the end. Adrian's like, "Aha, got you."
Boo.
Yeah.
Oh, it changed again. Like something's moving away. No,
Behind us.
there's more of them.
I'm gonna move up to the captain.
Oh wait, that's 2. That's 2. Instead of just louder, let's do it 2. Do I see ghosts?
No.
Okay. Then I will move up again.
Okay.
Okay, that is actually really unnerving.
Yep.
That's really unnerving.
Yep. And nothing at these corners either.
Nope.
Moving up with him.
I would
Look
like to
up.
look up. Yeah.
He said
she
it's
already
just,
asked. Or
yeah, it's just a normal height. There's
Yeah,
nothing.
it's just a spaceship
is
tunnel.
it like a drop tunnel or drop ceiling or anything
There's
that?
like, it's not a solid panel. I mean, there's air vents and so forth with wiring and tubes and so forth up above you, as well as on the bottom.
How tall?
It's about an 8-foot corridor.
Could we get somebody up in there? And
Sure.
You want to go up top? What are you going up top for?
No, here, I'll boost you up and then you can
Look in the ceiling.
look in the ceiling, see if there's something in the ceiling.
We'd be able to see it if that's the case. It's something on the other side of this door, I think. In the
2
cockpit.
meters?
Yeah.
That's inside the room, man!
Yeah. There's the phone call coming from. And these doors.
All around us!
These doors aren't sealed completely.
Correct.
Are these?
They're-
What were these doors in our ship?
We're going back
What do you
to the
mean,
ship.
what are these
Being
doors?
like in our ship being
These
similar-
these led into crew quarters
Crew
on
quarters.
either side. Okay, the
Um,
one in front leads into the cockpit.
Gotcha.
We should go back and start clearing the rooms up.
Doing that now.
Right now we're in the middle of a hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in a nice little kill box.
Let's clear the one right here to the side that we're
The
at.
one where you're at?
Instead of going back, yeah. To the left.
I'll
Towards
move
you.
up to him.
Okay, you move over there.
I'll
And
go
then
up to him also.
there is power, so I can hold the gun and have
The- You can activate the doors, yes.
yeah, without having to actually touch the doors, so I can be ready
Okay.
Boom.
for whatever.
Okay.
Inside this door. Okay, I'll open it.
You pop it open. Inside is crew quarters. There is ice and snow broken in for where the fuselage has been torn. Room itself seems empty.
No bodies or anything.
No.
All right, I will close the door
Okay.
and turn to the other one on the opposite side
Okay.
and open that one.
Would our motion detectors be going off for something that's behind a closed door?
If the motion detectors work by measuring disturbances in the air. So as long as there's a air path between you and whatever, it'll detect that. These doors are closed, but they're not sealed, unlike the ones previous. So you're able to detect things that are on the other side of the walls, other side of the door, if there's some movement. Now, who knows what it is?
Looks like
Oh.
the first hammer.
You check this one, same thing.
Okay, I'll close the door there.
It's ready.
And I will move up to the cockpit door.
I am literally gonna hold my plasma
I
pistol
know.
over his shoulder.
Over.
it sideways. It's a kill shot.
Who's yours?
And I will open that door.
Okay, so you open it up. Inside, you see the cockpit. The front of it is completely smashed open. The screens and everything are broken in. There is snow blowing in from outside. Ice has formed over most of the panels and so forth. The left-hand pilot seat has a body in a spacesuit, seated in the seat, strapped in with the seat belts and everything, missing the helmet and the associated head.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Is it
Okay.
on the ground?
No, there's a large sliver of ice going through the canopy that looks like it beheaded the body. Okay, you don't see the head. You don't see the head around here. That's all you can see from where you're at. Now, as you take that in, everybody give me a sanity check.
More sanity lost.
That's right.
Correct. More sanity lost.
Keep in mind you're using your reduced sanity too.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I keep rolling 80s on my sanity.
You said it reduces too?
No, I haven't told you how much it's going to reduce.
I'm gonna start getting cravings.
I'm gonna use
You can't use luck on a sanity check.
I'm going to
Lose some sanity. Okay, 3 points of sanity.
No. Why that much?
What happens when we hit our first?
Your first
Yeah.
Fifth?
Fifth.
Yeah, 20%. You get some concerns. Have you reached that level?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let me pause this for a moment.
Hey, whatever it was, it went away.
Yeah, there we go. It was that all along.
Yep, that's what it was.
It was Thad.
It was registering the pee coming out of his suitcase.
I'm dry now.
That's where do you think all the methane
It
came from?
froze.
That's me and my tacos.
Back to the tacos. Okay.
Oh God, woman.
I know, right? I sent him a picture of the head from the thing.
Oh, no. Yes.
And that's another sanity check.
Yep. Have nightmares and scream so loud it scares all the kids that are in
The car's gonna play like a video game that has like the similar tone. And then you're gonna be.
We told
Carter
him
will
that
be
he,
asleep
yeah,
when we get home.
we told him that he was going to be home by himself today, and he understood that. And I said, "Listen, invite a friend over." And he's like, "So I invited a bunch of people to have a
That's what he
Pathfinder
was.
game."
That's what he was. That's what he was like inviting people.
Yeah,
It's
well,
like yeah. I was like.
And I'm like, "Okay."
He just
yeah,
having a party.
yeah.
Okay. Give me a couple of rolls, Thad. First, give me a percentile.
12.
12. Okay. Then,
Throw that video.
give me a second percentile.
75.
75.
No, I'm sorry, 15.
15. Okay.
Oh, that a minute ago.
Okay. So the door opens up. As it does so, you see the body. Get up and start shambling towards you.
I shoot it.
Okay. Door opens up. Give me a blaster roll.
Do I see the body get up as well?
No. But you're startled as a plasma rifle goes off next to your head.
Oh, no.
Next to my head or through my head?
Next to your head. Might have been through the head.
No. 100.
100. Oh, okay.
That's the trigger, right?
All the luck I have could not fix
Okay.
this situation.
So you have the blaster rifle.
These dice are fucking cursed.
The plasma rifle braced on his shoulder.
It was
You
a
see,
pistol,
okay,
yeah.
whatever. You have it braced on him. You see the body start to twitch a bit, stand up, and start moving towards you. You just reflexively start firing. Your gun responds with a pew. Nothing happens.
Aw. It's really hoping to blow
He
his head off
sees
by
that
accident.
happen, or that's what really happened?
That's what really happens.
Okay.
Okay.
What really happened is the whole crew is dead.
The body is just about to you. What are you doing? Your
Um,
gun is dead.
I scream and push the captain at it and run backwards.
So I walk right through what he's seeing? Or?
No. You open up the door. You hear the click of the gun next to you as it attempts to discharge, but apparently wasn't charged or is faulty. And then he shoves you forcefully forward. You tumble into the room, and he turns and takes off.
When I turn to take off, I'm pushing them back down the hallway. Run!
Okay, yeah, they seem more confused by anything, so you just bolt through them as much as you can.
Okay.
And he's heading off. So what are you going to do? Now you stumble forward, which puts you about here.
Okay.
Bruno takes off to some unknown location.
Do I stumble and fall, or
You stumble. You fall into the room stumbling,
Okay.
and you notice several things. First, over here, there is a frozen,
Do that.
decapitated head in a helmet.
okay?
The helmet is
God.
smashed.
On the head, guys.
Okay. Over here on the right is something far more concerning. Okay, it is massive, fills that section of the cockpit from floor to ceiling, looks vaguely like a gigantic barrel in the center of it, supported off of a star-like set of appendages or something like that on the ground, and a second set at the top sort of latched onto the ship. Okay? On the side of it, in 3 locations, are curled up bat-like wings. And what looks like in between each of those, like a 4-foot section of gills sort of along the body of it. It calls for another sanity roll for you as you take that in.
I'm good.
Okay?
I like, yeah, like whatever the best is.
Okay, you lose 1 point of sanity.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay? What would you like to do? You're laying on the ground, you see the head, and you roll over in shock from it, and then see this other thing sitting there.
Well, jump to my feet
Okay?
and fire at it.
Okay? Go ahead and roll.
Okay. And that is fire.
Angel gave us all unloaded guns.
So
She has to protect you.
I'm gonna use 2 luck. to
Okay.
pass.
Okay, to actually hit it?
Yeah.
Okay. You jump to your feet, backing up towards the decapitated body. Fire your pistol, is it?
Yeah, pistol.
Okay, give me a 2d6 plus 1.
Towards the creature who ran away. Probably more than him.
7 points of damage.
Okay, the plasma shot hits it, strikes it squarely in the center of whatever its torso is. Doesn't seem to do anything to it.
Okay.
Okay. Meanwhile, the rest of you see him panic and flee, throw the captain into the room, who jumps to his feet and then starts firing his blaster at the corner of the cockpit. What would you guys like to do?
I like to ready my rifle and see exactly where I am.
Okay.
You see what I'm shooting at?
Bill, it's around the corner.
Okay. Did you want to do anything?
Maybe move up a little further into the room so I can see what he's shooting at.
Okay, so you go all the way up. Okay. Go ahead and make another shot unless you have something else you want to do.
I will shoot again. Hey, alright. That is a, that's just a hit.
Just it? Okay.
I don't know why I put that away. I didn't think I'd be hitting anytime soon.
No, the 25.
6 points.
6 points? Okay, same thing. Doesn't seem to penetrate its hide. It doesn't seem to be moving, but it's almost like it's staring into your soul.
It has eyes,
Not that you can tell.
but I can feel it,
You can just sort of feel it, sort of feeling around in your brain.
and it's not moving at all.
Not moving to as far as you can tell. You come up, and I mean, obviously you can see what he's looking at. First, you see the captain. I think you already rolled for that. Go ahead and give me a sanity roll for this, whatever this creature is.
So I didn't pass.
Did not pass. Okay.
Take 1 sanity.
You lose 1 point of sanity. Okay. As you take in whatever this creature is as well. Meanwhile, George remains in the hallway, unwilling to advance.
Ready my rifle.
Okay. From behind you, you feel a blast of wind, and your suit registers a drop in temperature.
We're not getting in the ship without the captain.
So,
Captain dead.
I guess I will radio to the captain that we need to go. Our physicist is running away. Out into the cold blizzard of nowhere.
Um,
Where it's a blizzard out there.
I ran all the way outside. Okay.
I'll tell them to actively retreat.
When you fail for a D10 plus a certain number of rounds.
Well, it's better than what my first reaction was. I was gonna fucking shut the door on him.
Is there a name tag, if it's not moving, is there a name tag on the body?
You're going to ignore whatever the other thing is?
I am going to ignore it
Okay.
and see if I can identify
Yeah, you cautiously sort of try to pull your stare away from the other thing. Check a look at the body, who still hasn't moved out of the seat. According to the suit, it's Holzel.
Okay. I'm going to rummage through him. And
Just take his badge. That's all you need.
that's what I'm looking
Yeah,
for.
yeah, okay.
I'm running.
Yeah, you can find his badge. Whatever the thing is in the corner, it still hasn't reacted. Hasn't made any moves or anything like that. Now you can see where it's been shot by the plasma rifle or plasma pistol. It has been singed, but not significantly.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So am I finding the...
Yeah, you find a comm badge.
Okay.
There's also you can also tell from the systems some of the computers here still have power,
Yeah.
although you probably have to get the engines running to get full power to it.
Yeah, we're getting out of here. Before he wanders out into the snow and dies. We'll back out.
You retreat.
Move into you.
Retreat.
Yep. Back
Okay.
to the ship. I've got Holtz's card.
Okay. You guys beat a hasty retreat and head back to the shuttle. Outside, you see him. He made it about halfway to the shuttle before he collapsed in the snow.
We're following the snow.
Yeah, and he's in there panting, over hyperventilating inside his suit, oxygen burning down quick, etc. But by the time you get to him, he seems to have shaken most of it off. Give me another percentile roll.
86.
86.
Get a craving for human flesh.
That wouldn't be the first time.
That looks
Putting my gray hair.
Yeah.
Start growing.
Yeah, the wings are very
They're
gray.
really great.
Yeah.
It's like a batfish thing.
3 bat wings.
My hair's not that
Two
bad.
gills, Starfish on the top and bottom. It's
There.
bat wings.
You have that lingering effect.
Condition.
It's a bat
Right.
starfish.
Right.
Okay.
Bad gilly starfish.
So, yeah, he doesn't resist at all getting back to the ship.
Okay.
You see, while you're in the ship, as they come racing, at one point they go in. 10, 15 minutes later, one of the side door opens up. Thad dives out and basically crawls towards the ship as fast as he can through the 2 feet snow. Gets about halfway and then collapses. Almost like he's out of breath or unable to move or whatever. A short time later, the 3 of them emerge, guns drawn, and hastily run over to him, pick him up, and then pull him back to the ship with some haste. Your pistol is discarded.
That's fine.
Yeah,
It was dead anyways.
yeah. Are you going to let him in or quarantine him?
Definitely gonna let him.
Okay.
Nope.
Sorry, Captain.
She fucking said to me while you guys were talking, she's like, I'm not letting you back on without the captain.
Yeah.
The minute we get in and the door shuts,
Uh-huh.
I smack him right in his face.
Well, he's got a spacesuit on.
Yeah, I'm punching it anyway. Say, what the hell is wrong with you?
Dude, it started walking at me,
What did? Nothing moved.
says the corpse. I'm gonna go to the back into the med bay,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go look for some
Okay.
relief.
Yeah, he heads over to the med bay, starts rummaging through things.
Fuck this.
Let me know when you find it.
This is something you're my best
You
friend.
find a collection of little baggies.
I got a feeling he's in quarantine.
I'm done.
He's acting weird.
I'm done. I want back on my ship. I want to go back into my pod. Screw all you people.
He's seen dead people.
You want me to go look in the back?
Not
It's called the brig.
There's supposed to be stuff. It says
Yeah.
embrace the suck.
We got some extra. We got one One brings
Those are the
full of
first
bodies,
ones
the
to
other
fold.
full of nothing.
The tryhards.
That's right. The ones that always
I wanna
act
make
tough
sure
are the
we're
ones that
security
fail.
conscious, That's what I don't want him to come up and try to mess with the controls. He's already acting weird.
One man gets in. Space his ass!
Hey, he carries the Ziplocs with him.
He doesn't look like he committed suicide or murder.
Epstein myself.
I mean, he is alive, but that's fine. We'll just dump him in space.
Bang you up from his tail.
There'll be another ship to come get you.
Quarantine in an airless vacuum. Sorry.
I believe the contract is open for interpretation this time around.
Yeah, we're
knows best.
We're gonna head back to our ship to get up off this planet. I'm not digging what that was.
Okay.
Gonna ask Angel if she has any idea what that can be identified as.
No.
Okay, did she see it?
Yeah, she got it from your cameras and everything.
Okay, good.
Yeah, she has no record of any such creature.
All right.
She's not very.
I was about to ask,
Full,
does
is
she
she?
have any record of anything at all, really?
She knows you.
She's just a tattletale that
I don't
records
even know about
everything.
the alien, do I?
No, you never got that far.
Well, like I'm.
No, there was headless astronauts attacking you.
So what was it?
Bat barrel. Batfish, starfish barrel. Because I don't sound crazier than the guy saying those things.
I think we need to quarantine the captain too.
I said, but I got what we came for. I got Holtz's card. We can go back and unlock the other ship and see exactly what happened. And we're gonna.
It was an alien. That's what it was.
So you're gonna take off and head back to the ship?
Wait a minute, what does the contract say about aliens?
Should remnants of
That was
an
an
extinct
extraterrestrial.
extraterrestrial outpost of civilization be discovered, everything, including technology,
I
art,
know.
architecture,
Once you started listening
weapons,
to that,
and
yeah.
corpses
But there's
become
no-
the property of
There's no
God.
corpse. It's alive.
Are you sure?
But,
Yeah.
but
He
at
felt
the
it, it
beginning,
was
it is the capture and
draining his
secure
soul.
any exo-organism they discover, alive or dead. It
Yeah,
says
but
at,
I don't-
it says in
I
the
don't-
beginning paragraph.
And we
You
still
guys
haven't
get to
found
join
the
me
other members of the crew
In
yet.
my insanity.
Right.
And Angel confirmed she did record it as requested.
Exactly.
I never said she was a helpful angel.
What if? What if? So it's alive or dead. What if we bombard it from orbit and then come down and get the
With
remnants?
what?
I don't know.
The other ship.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Broken plasma pistols.
no, as a matter of fact, why don't we just take the exoskeleton and go over and burn the crap out of it? I mean, the plasma did little burns to it, but, flamethrower, that's a whole nother
Flamethrower
story.
chainsaw.
Right. Do we have a thing that contains something that size? Like a
You said we had
containment
fork
unit?
trucks,
A
right?
Ziploc bag.
You can with
Just drive
with
a fork truck,
with the
but-
powered lifters that you have, you could presumably get it out of the ship and bring it back to the big ship.
I'm trying to figure out how we're going to secure it while we do that.
You got two brigs.
Don't we have those metal things that we were using to go between the ship and
The cables?
Yeah.
Sure.
We just tow it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, could we potentially, could we just tow the shuttle back up?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
your shuttle's not that strong.
Don't forget, you're supposed to make a phone call.
And it would probably break up.
I'm on bed.
Yes. You're
This is
you're feeling
basically
much more comfortable now.
But I
You
gotta
you
get-
have you have
gotta
that
get back.
yeah, you have a glow to you.
Galley orbital.
And several spare doses of downers when you need them.
No, it's Galilee Heavy Industries. But I think the home-based Galilee Orbital,
Mhm.
is that like orbiting this planet or
No.
orbiting Earth?
Earth.
Or, oh, okay. Gotcha.
Hey, we can go home.
No. Don't say anything about
No,
going
I
home.
say we have to
Yeah.
go get that thing.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out a way to tie it to the outside of the ship.
We got quarantine base,
Okay.
don't we?
So we got mechs that can
Yeah. We'll
Break-
just rip it open.
I mean,
you're
other-
rip apart except for the capsule.
Are we no longer concerned with where the rest of the crew is?
we need to-
No, not currently.
We'll find them eventually.
We're worried about the
I
first
think they did what
paragraph.
They're all
he
dead
I think they
anyway.
did what he did. Ran off into the snow and then died. That's what I.
We could search the fields around the.
There are at least 6 rooms that we didn't go into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that's your fault.
No,
We're
it's
worried
the
about.
goddamn zombie astronaut's fault.
We're,
There are parasites on Earth that take over ants. Why couldn't there be something like that here? I'm not leaving it. I'm not taking my damn helmet off. Screw this.
Yeah, you can inject that through your suit too. It has ports where you can just put them in.
Not just a boy just
Yeah.
jammed in the suit.
Just in there popping pills.
I'm gonna change out my canisters.
Your air? Okay.
Yep. And then start to unload one of the mechs.
Is the air canister combustible?
I figure they've got to be. They have to be oxygen.
It's compressed air. It's
Yeah.
compressed.
It's
It
it,
would be.
Liquid oxygen would be our fuel.
it's not explosive from the standpoint of like a bomb.
Well, yeah.
It's
but
compressed air tanks, and if punctured, yeah, they would rupture and cause a blast.
I don't know. Do we have do we have a biology person?
Mm-hmm. Up on the ship.
Yes. You
No,
got one
no
here.
biology
Yeah,
over
we're
here.
right here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Now,
But we don't have the exobiologists.
despite the size, despite the shape of it, it's probably the size of a large man. Okay, it's something that, depending on its density, a couple of you could probably lift and
Yeah,
move.
that's not touching.
Okay.
Fucking GM.
Let's
Here's a
Hey,
great
let's
way
handcuff
to
it while we're
guarantee
at
your own doom. How about that? Try that.
let's handcuff it while we're at it.
It's
You did the whole tentacles.
Bat wings. Bat wings.
Yeah.
So I think this group is lacking is that corporate tool saying, let's take it back and the company needs it.
That's right.
That's me, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Shit.
Hey, you want to
Can
go
I
get
trade
it?
this for drugs?
You're the company tool.
I'll get somebody to-
I think we should get it out. And
Is some of the windows exposed to the outside, or is it like
Of the cockpit?
Yeah.
There was snow blowing in.
I mean, we could.
That
pull
was
apart-
it.
We could pull apart. The
You could, with some effort, yes, you could unbury it.
I was thinking just torch the thing,
Well, they want us to bring back this thing. So.
dead or alive.
Right,
I
but-
don't like my grandkids anyway.
There, couple of jerks.
I'll never see them again, anyways. Who cares if they die?
Yeah, let's those of us that don't suck go back. Push me.
I had a moment.
Cowards.
We're all allowed to have a moment.
Cowards.
I'm good.
Um,
Let's go. You said
Okay.
there's something over there we need to capture. What are we talking about?
Well,
Yeah, he seems to have recovered. He's also a lot more mellow now.
we need to check the other rooms. See if we can find any other bodies. I'm gonna leave Boltz's card with you.
I'm gonna recharge my cans.
Now I don't drop
Okay.
it over there somewhere.
Okay.
Sure.
So how many people are we missing?
Mm-hmm.
Missing still like 11.
Do I take some
Yeah,
uppers?
so
We're
there's
missing
16 minus 4 is 11.
No.
We're missing 10.
The whole. Okay, that's fine. You can alternate.
But there's
Yeah, you
16.
also
I'm fine.
a lot.
Yeah.
16, and we have 4 on the ship.
And then
Downers to
one
calm you
other-
down, and uppers
So
to
five.
keep
Five.
you
You're
awake.
alive.
Yeah.
We're missing a lot. Oh shit! I took one too many. Let me take it over. Oh, okay. I'm barely alive.
You're balancing it.
Go open
I
the other
wonder
room.
if there's
Plus-
something
a lot
you
of
can
people die.
smell.
Plus,
Probably.
yeah, plus and minus.
If they aren't in there somewhere.
That works,
so
right?
we'll go in, and we know not to go down that way. So, we'll go in and.
Show me a feed. Can I see a feed of this alien before we go any further with this?
Angel just shows
Yeah.
like a pop-up screen.
Instant
Go roll
replay.
an insanity.
Yeah, yeah. Shows it to both of you.
4.
4. Okay.
Fuck you. Yep, I lost insanity. How much sanity?
Okay.
I got super duper good.
1 point.
One blow. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, can he get some of his sanity back if
No.
you like show him a video of him freaking out and
Nope.
show him that the body never got
Yeah.
up?
A video
Nope.
of puppy-
Not how it works.
That's an interesting. No, but that's an interesting point. What if you had video evidence proving that somebody's delusion was bullshit? Because I mean, like, I wonder
But
how that
you're
works with
delusional.
this.
You
From
believe
the
it?
insanity mechanics, you don't believe it. you think it's
I
fake.
wonder how schizophrenics work in real life with that.
I
Like, when you
don't
show
know.
them, look, there really isn't a demon on your shoulder.
Yeah, they don't.
They
get
still
that.
see it.
Not
The
necessarily.
demon
That's how it
says,
works in real
"Don't
life.
listen to those bastards."
Yeah,
So I
they're a
say,
fake video.
I say we just take the flamethrower, put it in the pocket where the window is, and just burn the cockpit until it's destroyed.
Well, we need to
For a
search
contract, we have to capture it, though.
That's
Dead
fine.
or
Dead
alive.
or alive.
Yes.
That's okay. But let's go in.
But not incinerated.
Dead or alive.
Look,
However,
from a-
We
it
can get its remains.
Look, man, from a science perspective, we should really do our best to try to capture this thing.
Wait a minute. Didn't you just say you wanted to be safe?
I said we, not me.
So I'm gonna take an exo. I'm gonna take an exo over
I'm
there.
hating on you hardcore.
An EXO, one of the power suits.
The power suits. I'm gonna take it over there. I'm gonna get out of the power suit at the thing, so I don't have to make a double.
Okay, so you unload the power suit. You start walking across. The ice doesn't seem to be able to support the weight of the power suit.
So I
Okay.
can support the.
Where the ship is landed, you're fine because she got lucky on where she landed. As you go, there's, like I said, there's some distance between the ships. It doesn't seem stable. As you go, you feel the ice crunching underneath you.
Gotcha. All right, I will back it up, but leave it outside of the ship
Okay.
for now.
Okay.
So it's,
Who knows how much pressure will actually be put per square inch. So,
They're pretty heavy.
so I will. I'll book it. Anybody else coming with me over there?
So what's
Okay,
the goal? We're investigating all the rooms?
We're gonna search all the other rooms, make sure there's no
Okay.
other people in there, and
I,
no other. And we
How
might
hard
have to
are
carry
you
this thing out.
What, by rifle?
Well,
yeah, you're right.
carry
You
it
can just
out.
grab one from the cabinet.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can't
I'll
get the
strap it
big
on the
thing.
right.
Grab another one. Okay.
Can they take anything off the loader? Like some of the
No.
firepower?
No. All the mechanics are all bundled into it.
I'm gonna take.
We should probably
a-
rob their armory from this place too.
I'm gonna take a reel of the metal cable.
Okay. That's pretty heavy.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, you could certainly take one. It'd take a couple of you to carry it.
We have rope.
Do we have rope?
No.
Old school, like,
No.
rock and roll.
No.
Captain Klein!
Yeah, it's to your adventure.
There's plenty of duct tape. You can get that in, gauze, duct tape, metal cable. You can do that. There's some straps, like some packing
Also-
straps.
Cargo strap.
Cargo
Also,
straps.
Yeah, okay,
This,
cargo
this,
straps.
this shuttle will have the cable still.
Well, I just want to be able to pull this thing. I don't want to necessarily.
There is no hemp rope or anything like that.
But if there's like straps, then I can.
Yeah, all the cargo in the cargo bay is held down by cargo nets
Okay,
and
so
things like that.
they should have those in the other.
Sure.
One. I don't have to carry.
We
them.
could,
Okay.
we could even vet the piece.
Are we sure this thing isn't carnivorous?
No, I have no idea, but we are tasked with capturing it. So
How did it react when you were
it didn't react. It really tried to look into my soul, and I don't have one, so it works out really well.
He's a robot.
What about you, exobiologist?
She's not an exo.
Oh, I thought you were the exobiologist.
No, she's the human biologist.
Okay,
Yeah.
the exobiologist.
Yes. Not here.
Yeah, we left her off
Yeah,
the
you
ship.
said you didn't want to
She
bring your
said
people
he's-
down.
I stand by that decision.
Too dangerous.
What we can do? What we can do?
That's dangerous.
Since we only brainwashing them with the communications, we can always send the video up to them.
That's right.
Yeah.
Scare them all.
As the big ship crashes.
In the exobiologist's defense, I would think if your whole life is designed around studying the potential alien biology,
Yeah, but the premise is even the exobiologists have never run into an actual alien. If that's what this is, that would confirm their theories, which is the whole nature of Cthulhu insanity.
Okay, maybe.
I would think that would be like the one person who would be a little more resistant to it than the rest of us.
It all depends on how much they truly believe.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, and exobiology in the setting is more around plants and things like that on alien planets.
Not giant fat
Yeah.
squid barrels.
Yeah.
And we gotta wait for the big ship
Yeah,
to
this could be.
get into orbit for us to send any information up anyway. So
So this thing flies?
no, it just had bat
It has
wings.
wings, but
And
we haven't
gills,
seen
but
it
it didn't
fly.
move. It didn't move. It was just
I'm seeing
squishy in the
shit.
corner. And let me tell you, 2 shots from plasma gun did absolutely nothing to it. It singed its bat hair.
Maybe it's just decorative. Like,
It's a tchotchke. See, the captain likes to bring them along.
They
make
got it
them
up.
feel happy.
They picked it up at the gift shop for the planetoid.
you know, like it's
At the
it's
Earth
just
thing, it's this captain's like, this is my pet.
Yeah, it's just a pet. Yes, it's a pet.
It's like a gargoyle.
No, it's one of those bobbleheads that they got from the gift shop.
I mean, it didn't hurt nobody, and it didn't move. What the hell? We're gonna burn the planet down over something that didn't do anything?
Yes.
So what are you gonna do?
We're going to. I don't know who else is going with me. Who's all going with me over there?
I thought we were going to look in other rooms and stuff.
Yeah, back
Yeah,
to
Yeah, we're going in the
the
room.
ship.
All 5 of you?
The zombie. Screw that.
And then she's staying on the ship
Yeah.
with Holtz's passport.
Okay.
Passport or whatever it is. Keep.
I mean, do you want to
10
go on the
minutes later,
ship?
we start hearing the ship power up.
To protect the captain?
I want to follow the captain's orders. Captain told me to stay on the ship.
Okay.
It's a safe plan.
I need someone to not let people in the ship if they desert me.
Okay. So where on the ship do you want to go look? Assuming the other 4 of you are gonna go.
Let's hit the 2 rooms closest to the freaky thing first.
The quarters.
Yeah. the
Okay.
4 quarters we can go in.
Okay.
If you shiny dice, you can't read.
Okay. So those rooms are similar to yours in that they are just crew quarters. They appear to be empty. Okay. I'll give you the map of them as such, but
Is the motion detector still going off?
yeah, motion detector still going off the closer you get to the cockpit.
So what if that thing it couldn't have,
Wonder if it eats.
I was thinking it was like squirting some kind of poisonous gas in the air or something like that that was making him hallucinate.
Maybe.
But we have closed breathing systems, so that wouldn't make any sense.
Maybe it like contaminated his
He
oxygen.
was hallucinating because of his insanity.
We don't know.
He walked
I
in
didn't
and saw
hallucinate
bodies
shit.
walking.
I
Listen,
told
I found-
you there was a parasite or something in that's controlling the nervous system of the body. I'm
That's
not.
what all psychos say.
I found his head on.
No, they say that's a very delicious face.
the old parasite.
Yeah, that's
That was
why I
what Dahmer
pushed.
used.
Um,
Gotta get that parasite out of your brain.
there were more rooms to the rear that we didn't go into. Is that
There
correct?
was the other airlock on the eastern side.
Right.
The storage compartment where you can get cargo nets and whatever else, and then the engine room.
Is there a rifle cabinet?
Yes.
Does it have any of the weapons out from it?
No. Yes, 4 of the plasma rifles and 3 of the plasma pistols are missing. The other ones are currently uncharged. They appear to have been used and then left in the locker.
Is there anything in the cargo bay other than the gear that we were looking at?
Nothing unusual.
We could charge the rifles and stuff.
You can recharge them over the course of a couple of hours. I mean, it's not like you have a magazine you can swap out.
I think we should open up the other external door on this side and see if maybe that's where people went. See if we look out there and see bodies.
The other airlock door?
East airlock.
Okay. Yeah, you check that. I mean, it opens up similar to the first one. No sign of anybody out there either. But with the blowing snow, I mean, any tracks would have been lost
I see.
within a few hours. I mean, the tracks heading back to the ship from a while ago are rapidly filling in.
I mean, we have the key card.
Yeah. Engine
So-
room?
What?
We didn't go in the engine room.
Yeah, we did. That was one of the first things we
Oh,
went
yeah.
to. Because we went to the bedroom and then the engine room, then back to the bedroom. But we got the key card. All we have to figure out is about this foreign entity.
Yeah. So cargo net, and that way we don't touch it. We can drag it the heck out of it.
I want proof that body's not moving.
Duct tape it to the chair for you. We got duct tape. Still sitting in the chair.
What the flamethrower?
haven't.
Can we rig? Can we get one of the flamethrowers off the?
No, here it said we can't.
Yeah, you don't have the tools here on the big ship. You would.
I was drugging myself at the time. So I
It's
very
okay.
specifically selectively don't listen when I'm not supposed to.
Yeah, we'll grab carbonate, go back. I'll throw it over top of it.
Okay, now it looks like it's almost attached to the ceiling and the floor.
So it's 8 foot tall.
Yes.
It's tentacles, barrel
That-
tentacles.
More of a 5-pointed star, barrel 5-pointed star with 3 wings and 3 gills.
So like starfish style.
Sure.
Top
And
bottom.
where the star is on the top and the bottom, it's like it's almost suckered to the roof and the floor.
Shoot little octopus spot.
If I had not lost my sanity, I have an idea, but
Well, we voted while you were doing drugs and decided that the best thing to do is for you to go in there and face your fear.
Yeah.
You should go in there and drug
Best
that
cure
bottle
is to
out.
face your fear.
When I go
Yeah.
in there, has it moved?
Doesn't seem to. Like I said, there's snow blowing in. The body is still on the captain's seat, the pilot seat, just as like it was before. It's not currently eating you. The head's still in the corner. The computer console is still blinking like it was before. The creature or whatever this is doesn't seem to have moved or reacted. The singes where you shot it are still there.
Does it look like there's older singes?
No.
Okay. Because it's like all the rifles and stuff are uncharged.
Give me some. Do you have medicine or first aid?
I have first aid.
Give me a first aid roll.
30%. And then, yeah. Nope.
No. Okay.
Would the medic, like...
Am I in?
First aid.
I think everybody
save
is.
the creature?
Not it.
what do you need now?
I'm trying to figure out if the creature's hurt.
They were prior.
99.
I rolled a 95.
Okay.
Shoot, they're putting band-aids on this thing.
You can't tell whether or not it's clearly dead or not, or alive, or what the really condition is because it's too strange and alien. However, on the back side, where it's up against the wall, it looks like a portion of the bulkhead has burst open from the ice, and it's impaled a good foot or two into the chest cavity or the central cavity of whatever this creature is.
So it's alive but trapped.
Or it's dead.
Or it's dead.
Wait.
If it's
It's
Wait,
a
so
big-
if it's impaled,
It was in there when they...
it was in there when they crashed.
or they crashed into it, and it flopped through the windshield.
No, it was on the ship when they crashed.
Oh, they were doing
Maybe that's why-
experiments and
maybe-
bacteria experiments on the.
Maybe that's why they crashed. We need to get the log off of the ship. We need to find out what the hell's going
So
on.
then I need you to go fire up the engines, see if you can get the engines going, so I can get this. Because I can't get this computer screen working until
In the cockpit,
Mhm.
is
She's
there
got the fire.
any
I don't need the part.
holes? I'm gonna look
Not
around
for this one.
through like
This is-
ice,
this is
poking
the
through
cockpit.
everything,
They're
and I know the
here
nose
and
is
here.
buried.
Mhm.
Is it like open cavern or something like the nose crashed?
No, it didn't. It looks like it ran into a block of ice, basically.
Okay.
That shattered and punctured the front in many places, including along the side, impaling whatever this creature was, plus decapitating the captain in the crash.
Okay. And there's no sign of any other people that
Correct.
were in the cockpit
Correct.
at the time?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I need you to go get that running.
How long would it melt the ice, potentially?
How long would it melt the ice? You're concerned about the ship being turned on and melting the ice?
Okay, I'll just turn around.
No, I'm
Yes,
I'm
yes.
trying to figure out your logic. Okay,
Yes.
so
The ice is fragile and stuff like that.
the ice is fragile. Yes. What he's talking about is just activating the reactor, which would provide electricity for the ship, not activating the thrusters.
I thought it was all one thing, where
It's-
you turn on the energy, it turns on the heat also, and all that sort
No,
of
it.
stuff
I
like
mean,
that.
the reactor would start moving, and it would generate some heat, certainly, because it is a reactor. but that would be insignificant regarding the planet. Okay. Now, if you activated the thrusters, that would certainly draw more heat, but they're also pointed upwards, not against the ice. You just bury you further into the ice. So
Figure out what's in the center.
yeah. Now, it's not necessarily that far-fetched. If you try to like launch the ship or something and it's on fragile ice, it might fall through. But it's not a you're going to melt the ice and fall into the lake or anything like that, as far as you can tell. But you do have to figure out how to get the engine or the fusion drive activated again. Okay. So give me a
Repair?
sure.
Or mech repair?
Mech repair, mechanical repair.
I failed that.
By
12.
okay. I'm gonna burn some luck.
Dude, I heard 20 to blame that stupid ship, so.
Otherwise, we would be in the ocean. Frozen ocean.
These giant underwater starfish things.
Yeah.
Snow starfish. Bat
Fine.
gills.
Okay.
I'll burn all my luck.
Okay. Or you can push it.
Suicide Squad.
Push it, like, what does that do?
Push it. When you push a skill, you roll again. You don't get any bonuses. You have to roll against the same chance. If you fail the second time, then it's like a critical failure. Or you can burn luck and do it. Now, if you push, you can't burn luck.
You're gonna blow that ship up.
Quite possibly.
That would be. Dude, that would make my night so much if you just killed us all and the fucking reactor exploded.
So what, I
This
can,
thing
go,
comes
I can
over.
come back tomorrow and play?
Yep, you'd have to be back tomorrow to launch the ship on your own as they
The
vaporize.
captain didn't tell me I can leave. It's getting cold.
I'll burn the 12.
Okay, you burn the 12 luck, so you start fiddling around with it. Now, first thing you determine is you can get the reactor going, but it doesn't have enough structure anymore to actually get the ship to fly or anything like that. The engines just aren't going to work anymore. Between the damage of the crash, fuel, etc., and so forth, that's all gone. You can get the reactor going. You'll get maybe 30 minutes to an hour of power, and then the reactor is going to be shot, and it's not going to be any good. You go ahead and do so, and after about 10 minutes or so, the rest of the systems come on, lights and everything. Environmentals kick on. The cockpit starts to boot up, and after a couple minutes, everything looks like there's obvious damage to the ship, but things seem to be operational.
They're trying to pull logs from the
Okay.
thing, what last thing, or why you came here, anything like that.
Okay. You start picking through it. There isn't much on the ship's log. Most of it appears to have been wiped. But there is one damaged log that is audio only on the thing. Okay. You gonna play it?
Yeah. Am I the only one in the room?
My name is Nicholas Holsel, commander of the space vehicle Trifina. We're all dead. We're dying now. Some of us, something in between. The secondary pilot and the others. Why did they turn on us? The mind is a labyrinth. The only thing that helped me break free from the Minotaur. I feel it, right here beside me. Tearing through my memories, my motor functions. Once it has learned the path, I'm crashing the ship's shuttle before it takes full control. Death is better. Nicholas Holsel, commander of the space vehicle Trifina. We're all dead. We're dying now.
Turn it up. I was saying, I didn't know if it was going to repeat and say something different. Like,
Did
something.
you record that?
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Well done. At first, I didn't recognize your voice. It wasn't until about 2/3 of the way through it. I was like, "Who is this guy? Who's this guy?" Well, you did. You distorted it just.
That's
enough.
Holsel.
Yeah, you distorted it just enough. Well, I think he succeeded at his goal.
Well, no, I think he was trying to destroy this creature.
That's got a giant stick through it.
My
does, but-
issue is where's the rest of the crew?
Well, he just said they all turned on each other.
Yeah, but where are
Yes.
they?
Right, they all turned on each other somewhere in the snow.
But he crashed his ship right there in the log. That was the end of it.
He crashed the shuttle.
So
He said-
where's the rest of the crew?
Yeah, that's the same. They all turned on each other.
We haven't looked in the other areas, right?
Yeah,
No,
we
we-
did. We looked everywhere in here.
Who was the co-pilot for the other ship? The one that he was referring to?
That was Wayne G1.
Is that one of the dead bodies we have on the ship?
No.
No.
Okay, just making sure that we didn't take the not deads on board.
No. Well,
I know. It's probably a good thing we put those bodies in the brig in case bodies are moving around.
They are moving around.
They are.
one, two.
That
The rest
zombies
of them
are prison.
escaped the crash and went and lived happily ever after on the planet.
We decapitated the captain.
No, the rest of the crew that you were asking about.
Well, yes, they all turned on each other, and that log was him crashing the ship as he was doing so. So that points that the crew was not on the ship.
Yeah.
I think he turned on everybody.
Maybe.
Probably opened the back door. It's just,
I was just thinking that he lured them all into the one room and then opened the door.
that's what I'm saying.
And
Yeah.
then the four that were left, or three,
The
the
three
three
that were
left,
close,
one got murdered, and the other
Right.
two,
or the other three were in a separate room when he had it opened, and when he opened it, they got sucked towards the door.
Well, if we take the card back to the other ship, we can find out what they were referencing on.
Yep. Don't think we should take this creature currently.
I'm gonna start working at the terminal
Mhm.
and see if I can clean up the audio a little bit and see if I can restore some of the
Yeah, it doesn't seem like you can get any further information from it. That's with already Angel helping you clean up the audio.
okay.
That was.
So
There was.
Okay, I have library use skill. I'd like to look through and see if I can find any logs from any other people on board.
like I said, the rest of it has either been too damaged or it appears to be a lot of the records have been intentionally wiped.
And he said that it could take control of physical things, so it could force him to do that. If I dump the head out of the helmet, can you?
Can I do?
Stitch it back
Well,
on.
I
Can I
guess
look
the
for like?
camera.
No, can you
Can I do
see
backup
if it's
restores and stuff like
if
that?
anything else like if this say
Um,
sucker prints on his
You
head or
can,
something like that,
but again, those would have been wiped as well, and or damaged. There doesn't seem to be anything else of note. And like I said, this
We
is
still
the
need to get back up to the main ship.
right. Anything like that would be on the main ship once you have access to it.
Okay.
It's got a great idea. Can we access the helmet camera from the dead body?
Sure,
See if we can see what he was seeing, or
sure. You get
creature happened to be there.
you get some grainy, staticky footage of him looking through the cockpit. You hear or you see him activate the recorder, and then see him. He's in low orbit with the shuttle. Initially, it shows him flying towards the Trifina, and then he turns the ship, angles down, and goes directly towards the planet before he crashes here.
So maybe they were taken off. That's when everybody turned on themselves, so he took off. Whatever the being made him take off.
His ship was facing away from the North Pole, correct?
Which ship?
Of this ship.
This ship?
Like it's flying there, and then he went down and crashed.
Correct. It was flying. The helmet camera shows him initially flying towards their big ship, the Trafina. Okay, and then he changes direction, angles towards the planet, and ultimately crashes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he said the mind is a labyrinth.
Elaborate.
And he called
No,
a
he said
labyrinth.
a labyrinth.
Oh, a
'cause-
labyrinth.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
labyrinth.
and he called it a minotaur.
And he goes, I can feel it beside me. My motor functions. It's finding the path before it controls me. So I think it was trying to get him to fly back to the ship so it could take over and go wherever it's going to go in the ship. Yeah. And instead, he cranked it around and nosedived it.
Should we go walk over to the creature while they're talking about that?
Okay. It looks at you.
Huh? Does it actually look at me?
It has no
Sure
eyes.
seems like it.
Yeah.
Pick up a piece of wreckage and poke at it.
Okay. Feels
He's like, do something.
the shell or hide of it feels very hard.
Right? Frozen hard?
No, it doesn't feel frozen. More like a tire consistency, like very hard rubber.
Like
Alligator skin.
No, thicker and more dense than that. But doesn't seem like it's frozen.
Let me go back to the med bay
Okay,
and grab a bone saw or anything like that I can find
sure.
and go back and start hacking at it.
Okay. With a power bone saw, you're able to make some dents into it with just a regular saw. You slice at it. I mean, it scratches it, but doesn't really make any significant progress. But with a power grinder type tool, yeah, you can slice into it.
Remove some samples. Take those.
He's certainly splattering a lot of brownish liquid around the place right now. His suit's covered in it at this point.
Great, you're gonna be quarantined.
gonna break with you.
I'm gonna put you in a bag.
We'll go
I'm
Suddenly the
gonna
captain
try to
looks
see
out
if
of
I can
baggie
pry one of
again.
the tentacles up.
One of the starfish
Yeah, one of the
appendages.
starfish appendages.
Okay.
What are you doing?
We have to capture this thing.
Yeah, with some effort, you peel it up. There's
I
sort of a
don't give a fuck right now.
nasty squishing sound as it sort of peels off, leaving some sort of resin secretion where it was attached. But you seem to have enough strength to peel it up.
Now I know. Well, I'll never be able to tell between that.
Well,
I'm gonna go back
If
to
they
the
can mind
med
control.
bay
Mhm.
and see if I can
mind
find
control us to
a
pilot it to our
medical probe.
Okay.
That's
Something like
okay.
something that might tell me the temperature.
So it can be studied on
Thermometer?
their ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Equivalent.
Yeah.
And they,
Sure.
they
I
probably
want to get a
already
temperature
have
reading
some
on this
research
creature
about
and
it.
see if
Okay.
it's
Sarah
above
did experimentation on.
local.
Yeah,
local
you
temperature.
you get some scanners and scan it over. As far as you can tell, if you're reading it correctly, because you're not really super skilled on medical stuff, it
Yeah.
looks like it's reading radiant temperature, local temperature, negative
Okay.
20.
Okay.
Will you take the
Wow,
the
so
one
even
that's
at
obviously
negative
coming out of
20,
this
it's
thing? Will you take a
pliable.
sample?
Correct.
You can probably find
That's
things for
impressive.
that day. We'll take that with us. That sample with us. Back
What?
To the blood
That's all over him?
that's coming out of it or whatever as he.
We're taking the whole fucking thing, right?
No.
Why not?
We're not currently taking. We're gonna find out what Hol's doing on the ship. Holton. Holzel.
Yeah.
Franz von Dichtenstein. Anyway, we're gonna take the blood sample back and see if it compares to what they were messing with on the ship. Whether this came from here, or if
It came from the
them
ship, yeah.
messing with whatever bacterial stuff they were doing. We're not taking it back to our ship either. And if that's the case, then we'll come back
So
and
we're
get
gonna
it.
go fly to their ship.
Right. We got Holtz's card. We'll take the blood sample with us. We can activate that ship, shut off the lockdown, turn on the everything else, so we can actually be in there.
Was there any doors in the lockdown that were like locked that we weren't able to get through?
Having a
That
Resident
we're
Evil
aware of.
moment.
No,
Okay.
not on the Trifina.
Yeah.
No, Yeah, you were able to get into everything eventually. I mean, the engineering was the only place that was harder to get into.
Both ships were named Trachina, right?
Correct.
No,
And I think he said that both means tasty.
delicious. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I can
and-
do that. I can
Yeah.
take samples.
and
Glove
then-
up, gown up.
Do we
I'll
want
continue
to?
to
Ass.
Do we want to grab some of the
Peel the thing off the wall.
peel the thing off.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
I,
yeah.
other scientists.
No,
So,
we'll,
That-
so you
that
take
are
a
more-
collection of medical samples while he's removing it from the wall.
Yeah.
This work has to be done anyways, so
it does eventually.
might as well do it.
No,
and
not
then-
currently. If you want to stay here and take samples, you go
Well,
ahead.
you're misunderstanding. We can unhook it so that when we come back, we can just quickly bag it up, or bag it up now and then come back and grab the bag when we
Yeah,
determine it's
I'm not
right.
unhooking it because it seems to be trapped currently.
I'd say what
And
really
if we
is
unhook it, I don't think it is. It's bleeding when you cut it. If it was dead, it wouldn't still be bleeding.
Admittedly, it is a little odd that this thing is still pliable at these temperatures.
Yeah.
Because like the human corpse is
Oh, yeah, it's ice. Yeah,
solid
yeah.
ice.
He's not moving. You drop the head out of the helmet, it puts a hole in the floor type stuff. It's a solid piece of ice.
I'm gonna take a blood sample. I'll take a sample, walk back to the med bay real quick, and see if I can do like a quick analyzation
I hate to say
to
this,
determine
but
the
ships bring
chemical
the head
nature
back.
of the creature.
Okay.
Is
We'll
it
see,
because if this is
see
a
if we can
methane,
find out what
carbon
happened,
dioxide based
defrost it,
atmosphere,
see if there's any marks.
ecosphere,
Mhm.
then this thing would probably be very similar.
Correct.
We know what happens.
So, what's your
Is
sciences skills?
La, 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 la.
You have any skills along those lines for
Yeah,
sciences?
I have
Talking about
astronomy,
the
that ain't gonna
captain.
work. I have
Why
physics,
couldn't
which
we
is
take
really
the
what I'm
captain?
looking for.
We took the other body.
Chemistry, physics.
Chemistry would give you some.
Hold on, let me pull
Physics
my-
really wouldn't apply. That's motion. Biology or chemistry,
I was
both of those would apply.
They're not specific
And
skills.
then,
though.
We're
and then when it's
supposed to
the,
take the whole body though.
Yeah.
oh,
They are specific skills. They're just not something you're specialized in.
Including the head. You can still have the head.
Throw it in the bag and roll it around. I'm gonna break out another body bag, and put his head and body in it.
the captain?
Okay.
Rip it out of the chair and
Okay.
scare him. Walking around like he's at Bernie.
I'm doing my best to ignore
Okay. Yeah.
the zombie they're fucking with. So
We'll add that to the rest of the
Okay, seriously, he lost his shit quite recently in this room, and now he's over there disassembling.
Yeah, no, he's doing stuff in the infirmary now. We're gonna go ahead.
No, he keeps going back to the infirmary and coming back with different tools to slice up whatever this thing is.
Seriously, he is checked out.
Yep, we're leaving, man. Just letting you know. You come with? You staying out here and frosting it up?
oh no, I'll go with you guys. It's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. So you're leaving the creature,
We're leaving the creature.
other than the samples you guys took.
Right.
Okay. Okay. And then are you taking the captain with you?
We'll put the captain in the. With
yes, we're
Body
taking the
bag.
captain.
Yeah, I'm going.
The other captain? Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. And then you guys launch again?
Yeah, put the one in there. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So the new captain is in the quarantine.
Well, technically, he's the new captain.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
The frozen captain is in
Frozen
the
Cat, yeah,
infirmary.
his other buddies in the.
The
Okay.
capsicle is
Yes.
Where are you gonna go?
To the older ship. With
Okay.
Yeah.
The abandoned ship.
The abandoned
Yes,
ship.
the abandoned ship.
Okay.
Because we have Holtz's card, so
Okay.
we will, and when we get to orbit, Hyatt will notify
Your ship.
our ship that.
Okay.
we're
Give them an
heading over
update.
there.
Okay.
Yep.
You gonna give them a full report?
Yeah. we
Okay.
Say, hey, we're having Angel transfer over all the information.
Okay.
What's going on? We're going over to find out what happened on the ship.
Okay. So you guys head over to the abandoned Trofina, and what are you gonna do there?
Gonna take Holtz's card and go into the thing that shut down the lockdown.
Okay. You head up to the captain's or the bridge with the card. It's a relatively simple matter to reactivate the ship. It opens up it unlocks without much difficulty, especially with the engine going and everything. within 5-10 minutes or so, all the systems are rebooted. Everything's back up and running. As far as you can tell from all the sensors and everything, there's no damage to anything on the ship. It is registering that there was a fault in one of the crew habitats. One of the rooms has a fault. That looks like that was the room where Priya's room was. And it registers that there's low pressure that it's adapting for near the engineering section.
So if this ship has the same AI that our ship has, and it records everything, can't we watch recordings from what happened to the other passengers?
Conceivably. However, this one does not appear to have any sort of AI. As it comes up, I mean, the computers are operational. There's no AI as such.
Really?
Which would confirm that's why the assistant pilot, co-pilot, when they had to manually change course to come here, whereas our AI did it. Before they sent us, they decided it's just easier to have an AI change course instead of convincing like this other guy to do it.
So, we've been gone for 10 years. We left Earth for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
The log says we altered course 1 year after we left Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And the last logs of these are from 4 years of the current time frame.
Right.
So that means there's a 6-year gap of everything was fine.
Well, they knew, I think, because with the same name of the ship, they are actively sending ship after ship after ship here for a purpose.
Yeah, there's probably a ship behind us on its way here, just in case.
Yeah.
That's the AI is an upgrade to help us solve this.
If this thing has mind
issue.
control, is it mind controlling the CEO of our company just keeps sending fucking ships to bring us back? Bring this thing back to Earth.
You see, it mind controls, but it mind controls through video too. So it's like they're rewatching the videos and getting mind controlled by the creature.
So is there any other video surveillance on this ship?
Yeah.
On the ship, no.
That's an interesting theory. I want to run the signal we're getting from the North Poles, or from the poles.
Mm-hmm.
Correlate that with the signal that was in the audio log. Is it similar?
No.
Okay.
No, that the audio log just appears to be damage
All right,
and so forth.
I want to take the logs from the poles and run them through a video program and see if it's actually a video.
No, it doesn't seem to have any relationship to that either.
Try.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. No, the only records
Speed or like
the only records in the computer
backwards.
only records in the computer appear to be the captain's logs,
Okay.
and a handful of other crew logs and so forth.
Any of it pertaining to why they came here or what they did when they went down on the planet? Is this
You spend a bit of time searching through it. There's a lot of miscellaneous day-to-day sorts of things, talking about experiments they're doing, different things like that. On September 24th, couple of days before the one log that you had, the captain recorded a log stating, "Well, the impossible has happened, so one may forgive the lack of formality of this log. One Earth day ago, we encountered a planetoid, one we have named Salo's Glory, after our Finnish navigator who discovered it. To add to our surprise, 2 signals have been detected on the surface. They appear to issue from the planetoid's north and south poles, and each is surrounded by a circle of stones. Our onboard computer systems cannot make anything of the signals. On playback, they resemble disjointed pipings and static. I've organized a team to head down there in the Hela. This could be such a boon for science. Personal addendum. I've been feeling a little odd since we first entered orbit. I was asleep when Salo made the discovery, but I could swear I was dreaming of the planetoid. Probably I was dreaming of Earth's moon. Whatever it was, my metaphorical hackles have been raised ever since I heard the damned piping signal. How does a ship's captain tell his subordinates that he has an irrationally bad feeling about something? He doesn't." Okay. A day later, he recorded a second log. My personal misgivings have proven correct. The team discovered an entrance at the North Pole, covered in debris, and returned here to equip themselves with loaders to attempt to gain entry. This failed, the entrance proving impenetrable. A second entrance was found at the South Pole, this one already opened. They entered on my orders, and we have not heard anything from them for 3 hours. I've ordered the Hela back to the ship by remote. I intend to leave a skeleton crew here, mainly engineering staff, while I take the remainder to investigate the South Pole. I will place the Trifina on silent running while we are gone. I have a terrible feeling about this. Personal addendum. I tried to sleep between shift change, but that damn piping signal has infiltrated my dreams. I'm taking my team down armed.
So he he left the skeleton crew, but then put it on silent mode, which would in turn kill.
No, it doesn't kill him. It turns off. Eventually, silent mode is basically power save mode.
Okay.
Okay, it'll keep everything running, but then the engine, the reactor got turned off.
Okay, so that's where.
Right.
Is there a log for that co-pilot?
Yeah, there's a log from Hung Jin Wan, the same day as the second captain's log. It's a personal log from the secondary pilot. Everything has escalated far more quickly than I desired. Ever since the voices entered my dreams, I have been making plans. No one else shall have it. Only the best, the purest, must have the possession of what lies below. I couldn't join the first team down, but I've talked my way onto the second. There were loose ends to tie up here. The deer woman is no longer a problem. The engineering crew, meant to stay behind while we investigate the loss of the first team, have just been dealt with permanently. The way ahead may be difficult, but I have complete and utter faith in myself. The voices demand it.
The captain killed everybody.
So that's the co-pilot.
That's a Wing Chung.
Yep.
No,
It's racist.
Wang Jin Wan.
It was the butler.
Racist. It was, pork fried rice.
It was the butler.
Um,
Can't trust those
so the South Pole's
co-pilots.
already open. So there's a access point into this planet. Maybe there'll be a smaller creature that we can take instead of this large, massive one.
Can you access our crew members?
Yeah.
logs?
I think we can, even if we can't access it, well, not from here probably. Well, maybe,
You should probably access our co-pilot's logs.
Hers?
I'm good.
No, she's the assistant co-pilot.
No, she is the co-pilot.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The other one's the real pilot.
He's a pilot, I'm a
What are
captain.
you doing out investigating?
Now
Did I
I'm
give you
com-
indication
now I'm-
there's something
I'm
I wouldn't say
completely
here?
confused.
Rudolph is the command pilot.
Okay, that's what I'm beating. I'm beating Rudolph. I'm sorry.
So,
I'm right here.
I'm going to,
She can access her own logs.
with everything up and running, I'm going to attempt to contact Galilee Orbital by typing.
Okay.
Um,
You'll probably get a response in like 2 years.
oh, this isn't, okay. So I'm going to do location, description of the creature. that we
Okay.
found.
Okay.
And I'm going to send a bunch of information on what we found out about the captain here. And
Okay.
the captain.
Yeah, you send a report.
Beep. Okay. Undeliverable.
Your modem sound as it attempts to connect.
Think we should,
Message processing.
yes.
1.5 years
1%.
later, message failed. You gotta resend it.
This email has been defunct. Security features.
Every single time you update, you have to resend all your emails.
I think we need to go down into the, if they were already headed into the South Pole and were able to get in, I feel like we should go there and get in.
I think I'm the only one not high. What are you guys smoking? Why would you guys want to go down in this tunnel?
We need to. That's our job.
Our mission is to get the survivors, if there are any.
We just
And then
keep
the
collecting bodies.
extraterrestrials. It's our mission.
Okay, you gotta collect them all.
And he's over here tie-dyed in goober blood. It's a a goofy
Well,
humor.
it sounds like the messages we've got, the log we've got already confirm that the rest of the crew's dead.
Okay. So what we should do is, since there's probably aliens down there, we have intel on what this alien is. We got at least DNA samples. Let's go back to our ship and experiment with said samples and maybe figure out.
Onto our ship.
Okay,
Yeah,
not to our ship.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
this ship.
Yes, and they've already been doing stuff, so now everything's up and running. You might be able to see what they were using it for, or if they were using this.
I'm gonna need some of my. Well, we have data links back and forth,
And then
right?
maybe we can build like a.
So
bug
our
spray.
crew can stay on the other ship, and
Find
we can
something to destroy
communicate,
that's able to
do
destroy the
testing
blood or
on their
Yeah.
behalf.
that works.
Sure.
Okay. So I'll start communicating with our astrobiologist
Okay.
and start doing DNA tests or whatever, and trying to figure out what type of creature,
Okay.
what the ecosystem. My primary focus at this point is to find out if this thing is native to this planet,
Okay.
and I'll go from there.
Okay. The general consensus that they come up with over the course of probably a couple of days, I would imagine,
Okay.
study as you you do some tests and send the results to them, and they feed back and so forth. The general consensus is that they have no idea what this creature is.
Mhm.
It is not carbon based. Its biology would certainly allow it to survive in the hostile environment of this planetoid, but it doesn't seem to be a native species as such.
Can
Okay.
you secondary try to find out if there's a way to
Cloaking ship.
destroy, say, the blood or the samples that you have? See if there's a way to, if it reacts to fire or battery acid.
Or kind
Yeah.
of a hot coffee.
Bug spray.
Instead of doing that,
bug spray.
Raid.
yeah, I'll do that.
Right.
And instead of doing that, I'm going to take time when nobody's around. I'm going to start looking through the libraries of the ship and start looking through the logs. I want to see if there's any comment by any of the crew if they had diverted somewhere else in their path and picked this thing up from another planet
No.
or a ship that they run across.
Yeah,
or
there's-
anything like that.
No indications of that. There's a couple of notes in late logs that commented that that most of the crew was surprised when they came upon this planet. None of them. There's no indication they ever brought the creature or creature pieces on board the ship.
And, did they get diverted to this
Yes.
planet like we did? They did. They weren't originally headed to this planet.
Their
Okay.
co-pilot piloted them to it deliberately from the.
So where's he from?
The co-pilot was
Yeah, I want to do some research into him
okay.
and see if I can figure out if he's from Earth or maybe he was assigned on another planet somewhere, something like that. Like maybe he was mind controlled or infected from prior, and
The
the creature.
the pilot was Chinese.
All could have had aliens who
Or,
had mind control.
sorry, the secondary pilot was Korean. Nothing. I mean, there's not much personal records here.
There would be service records, I would assume.
No, most of that, like I said, all that personal history stuff seems to have been wiped.
Okay.
I mean, there's personal logs, and you can recognize that, and they talk about their time at home and so forth. But anytime you try to pull up anything that talks about their time before they were on the Trifina, it comes back with no records found.
Okay. And then I guess I'll go back after I spend, I'm sure, a couple hours doing that.
Sure.
And I'll
Okay.
go back to working on the. What do you want me to do?
Make a raid for the.
See if there's a bug spray or something you can make for the same.
Go take a walk on the planet.
Okay.
Go see.
No, they experiment. They don't seem to have any particular weaknesses that they can identify. I mean, they suspect the plasma weapons may work. They're not. It's not invulnerable. It's just particularly resistant. Considered sort of like an armor. The other thing you notice is over the course of a couple of days, as you guys are doing research, I would say the communication with the other crew gets a little bit lax, or less consistent, I would say. Almost like their sense of discipline is breaking down. And in some cases, you're talking with one, or you're following up on a particular test or whatever, and they say, "Oh yeah, that guy's he's not feeling good today," or things like that. Something seems to be affecting them over there.
We need to stop the signal from the planet.
I have a theory about the signal.
Nuke it from orbit.
It's a mating call.
It's the only way to be sure. It's a warning.
What is?
The signal from coming from the planet could be a warning. Don't come to this planet. There's mind-controlling monsters here that are invulnerable. But
What's not
the real
Spanish?
mystery here isn't the monster. It isn't.
It's what's in the planet.
It's not even that. It's why did this ship come to this planet? That's the real mystery of this fucking thing.
Because the co-pilot piloted it there.
But why?
Well, that's what we have to
Because
figure
he
out.
was drawn to it.
Yeah. Mind control.
Then he was
Angel,
controlled
wild-
long before he got to this planet.
Okay,
But
the
how?
signal mind controls it.
So in their experimentation
mind control.
that they were doing, the bacterial experimentation,
We could be mind controlled thinking about
did
how
that
we could
stop
be mind
at some
controlled.
point? Are there any results that are listed in there?
No,
Like,
it looks
oh,
like
look, we created a new mega monster.
no, it looks like the various experiments were still in process and they were abandoned. The logs just stopped with inconclusive information.
I think we should go over back to our ship.
I'll have the xenobiologist start looking through
What's that?
those records and
Okay.
see what they
Good
can
idea.
figure out
What?
Okay.
in regards to what they were working on.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, they were working on relatively mundane things like the growth of yeast in long-term zero-G and things like that. And all of these are like multi-year-long experiments that, when they came upon the planetoid, they suddenly just stopped the experiments
Yeah, I
or
got
stopped paying attention to them.
I mean, you said your
Are those experiments still running?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go look at them.
yeah, they're overgrown and untended and so forth.
We did fly between the two.
Yeah.
Does any of them look peculiar? Like, did the yeast suddenly grow eyeballs?
No, nothing. I mean, some of them are a little bit unexpected as far as the results, but that's the nature of experimentation in zero G. Nothing is like, ooh, that's really scary, or there's no yeast creatures eating things.
Yeah. Suddenly the sunflowers are mobile.
Yeah,
Sunflowers have mouths that just go like
I mean, the beets are talking to you, but that's the drugs.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Engineer, you staying with me?
what? Where are we going?
Good. That's what I.
Okay.
Concern on their
Volunteer.
face.
What?
What?
The
I'll go with pilot.
This week?
the four
This next week?
Play what?
Warhammer? This next week?
Probably. Okay.
four of us are headed back to the other ship.
4 of you 4, not the medic.
No, the four of us.
Okay, not him.
I'm being left behind.
Oh, you're being left behind.
He's working on stuff. I mean,
He's busy.
searching libraries and stuff.
Okay, so the 4 of you are going to head back to the
Yeah,
planet.
I'm gonna go restore some order on the ship, and
Okay.
they're gonna check
Oh
out
no,
why
I
they're.
meant you and him would stay behind him. Keep an eye on him.
I'm fine.
That works, yeah.
I'm fine, man. I got a whole ship to myself. I'm good.
Okay.
I can't pilot it, so you don't have to worry about that.
Can't pilot it well.
You can press the button. It's running already.
I mean, I could put it in remote lockdown.
You could.
So the little lights off.
Darn it!
Like,
waving his arm trying to get
I'm
him
not
back
alone on the ship, so.
Okay, so you guys are going to go back to the other ship?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Captain's gonna pilot it since he's got actually better piloting than I do.
So you and the engineer are staying to babysit him, and the 2 of you are heading back to the other ship? Okay.
Check on the engine room.
Yep.
Make sure they didn't break it.
Make sure
Okay.
buddies are working. Do I need to roll for piloting?
No, it's not really relevant.
Okay.
So, okay.
Captain's gonna restore order and the medic's gonna find out what
Yep.
people didn't see.
Okay, you head back over there.
Yep. I'm gonna go in and get an updated report from Rudolph there.
Okay. Yeah, Rudolph seems a bit stressed. He's been sitting at the pilot seat for several days. He's been taking rests and so forth, having somebody else watch on occasion, so he's not just tired. But pretty much the entire crew is complaining about consistent dreams related to the planet. They can't seem to get it out of their mind, and when they wake up, they don't have any sense of having had any real sleep. So they're all exhausted, and quite a few of them are very eager to go with you and see what's down there, what's so interesting at the planet itself.
Okay. I'm okay with that. Can she see the ones that are feeling sick? Are they just exhausted, or are they actual sickness?
Some of them they're not actually sick as far as like a flu or anything like that. They don't seem to have any symptoms.
Insomnia.
It seemed to be from insomnia and consistent or persistent migraines that they're suffering from.
I think that signal is amplification of that creature or creatures.
That would be beatbox, I think.
Yeah.
If they're not actively doing anything to assist in what we're working towards, maybe put them back in stasis.
Because I wonder if that still gives them the rest they need, though. The one co-captain, his not ours, the other one, his message said that he was having the dreams before he woke up.
Before he woke up out of
Well,
the
at least if they're in stasis,
cryo
then they can't do
frozen
any
state?
harm to themselves if they end up getting mind control.
Do I know how to put people into stasis?
She does.
let's do it.
How many are interested in coming down to the planet? Just a few of them.
Yeah, he's interested. Really, all of them are willing.
I think safety-wise, I think a bunch of you need to go to stasis because we can only take 11 down to the planet. So.
Oh, yeah. And directive says we have to have so many engineers present too.
Right.
2 engineers
So-
and a pilot.
So yeah, we're gonna leave your engineers and the pilot.
Okay.
So at least 2 people are gonna go into stasis.
We're putting on ice duty.
Here, just lay down here.
Lay down here. Press.
So I'm curious though,
It's
why
like
are they
kryptonite.
feeling the
No, not
effects of
kryptonite,
it, but we're even
Whatever that
closer
Star
to the
Wars thing
planet
is where
and
they
we're
lower
fine.
your thing. The
I don't know.
stone thing. I
We're
forget
not
what
going
it's
to
called.
sleep.
Carbonite.
Yeah, there you go. Put them in the
Why
carbonite.
isn't anyone else getting anywhere near the planet?
Well, we need all the cannon fodder.
Well, my overall concern is they're getting mind control. And then the cannon fodder turns against us.
Yeah, I don't want to get
Well,
shanked.
Yeah.
well, but here's and if they do get mind controlled,
With like 12 plasma rifles.
if they get mind controlled on the ship, you're talking about, say, one of your engineers goes and shuts the pods off, and they all just die.
That's why we put them in stasis, and then you put down that shutdown procedure like the previous captain did. Seemed to work for him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it worked well for him, didn't it?
You see, if you're not realize, it's just a repeat from what the previous group did, what the previous ship just did.
We will. We're not gonna put anybody in stasis. We will take the alien biologist. with
Okay.
us.
I think we need a meteorologist too.
Yeah. See if he can bring down meteors.
What if we get the ship out of orbit? What if we try to move it away? Maybe there's like a distance radius where the
But
sound
we're
stops.
even closer to the planet.
They're talking about
Right, but it,
Up there where the shuttle crouched. And we're not feeling the effects.
Mm-hmm.
or anything.
but they're going to sleep, but we haven't gone to sleep farther.
It's bad.
As you
And
do.
they're going to exclude the scientists who could actually help on it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Jackasses.
I'm the engineer. I know plenty.
If you nuke it all, it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna assume I don't know any of this crap because I'm in there working in the lab.
Well, you're on the other ship. They
Yeah.
went back to the other one, and they're having side conversations while you're distracted and drugged.
God, I hope you all die. Just get on the ship and be like, we're flying away from the planet.
So, I think the overall idea of driving the boat a little bit away might be a decent idea.
Okay. And but that adds time to our shuttle, which is fine too. Our shuttle landing or whatever. So we need to figure out who's going to the South Pole then. I mean, it'll take Rudolph time to move the ship away anyway.
Reverse
So.
Santa.
Message Crazy Boy and see if he wants to. You find out
It was a
anything.
totally normal reaction. Goddamn zombie.
Yeah,
I don't-
nobody else saw.
Dude, I was right. There was a damn alien in that room, and you can all whatever.
There was an alien in the room in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't move.
He needs to take a few more of the red pills. He's recently
You went
taken
out
the
there
blue pills.
screaming. You left the room screaming, then you came
I
back
was
and
trying to
started
push all of
gutting
you
it.
out of there. I was trying to save you.
Except him.
He was gone. There's only so much you can do. There's only so much you can do.
I don't gotta run fast. I just gotta run faster than you.
I'm sorry it played out that way.
Lay it on the
It was
ground.
a logical decision to make at the time.
Well, I will.
I can save 5 of us, or I can save none of us.
Say bygones can be bygones. We're headed down to the South Pole.
Okay.
You find out anything fancy about this critter that we can
Useful information.
stop it, slow it down?
Not really.
Um,
You could take years trying to decipher its anatomy.
No,
Um,
I would just say cut the damn thing up. But here's my problem. No, I'm not gonna use that. I'm not gonna say that because I might hurt you unnecessarily. No, because I'm not a xenobiologist.
Yeah, I mean it has working with the xenobiologists. You've been able to identify maybe 10% of its genomes.
Right.
The rest are completely foreign and things they've never seen before.
Here's my theory, my personal theory. Much kind of like a starfish, right? In nature, back on Earth, starfish can duplicate themselves based off of a chunk. So I think if we're going to remove this thing, we should do it whole as opposed to chopping it up, which was my original intent.
Did the samples that you took prior, have they seem to be recreating into?
Is there
No?
any cell division or anything like that happening under the microscopes?
Yes?
It's still alive.
So it's regenerating
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still alive. It's still.
from the samples.
The samples still seem viable.
Space
There
it.
seems to be cellular activity within it.
Space it and nuke it.
We're gonna take those samples with us when we go back down. No, leave them here. We'll take them on the ship with us.
Okay.
I wonder if it'll do the same. Well, no, it's frozen down there. I was like, we could cryo freeze it.
Yeah, just sitting there going, I don't care about coal. Slap, slap, gill, gill.
I'm gonna try my best to get clean and into a new suit
That's easy. There's plenty of suits.
without contaminating myself.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. You're pretty certain you got it all.
Look, guys, I got a fresh suit. I'm clean. I'm taking a shower. Let me go with you guys.
When you
Change
say
it.
you're clean.
Change his underpants.
I don't know. You're starting to talk real nice, like.
Are you actually clean or are you still drugged up?
Oh. Well, yeah. I guess there's a lot of meanings to the word clean.
Here's my 30-day
I'm calm.
chip.
Dude, I'm calm. Okay? I'm calm. That's what we need. I would rather go down there and deal with it myself than risk any of my personnel.
Well, I want to take your xenobiologist with
No.
us as well.
Okay.
Feel
Okay.
like-
Did I miss the final decision? Did we move the ship away from the planet?
yeah, that's
I think that's part of the plan, is to move your ship a little further away.
yeah. Just to the have it central over the South Pole. not stasis.
Yeah.
Geolock, is that right?
Geostatic?
Yeah, geostatic. That's right.
Sure.
Static, like-
So one of those.
Yeah.
Geostationary.
And then have it move out to the limits of communications.
Okay.
So further out, but
As far out as it can go, but still maintain communication.
yeah, I don't want to lose communications with the main ship.
But once we're down on the surface, we won't necessarily know how much interference we're going to run into.
Right, right, absolutely.
So-
But as much as I want to cover as many bases as we can before we head down.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll have
Are we going to the poles to investigate the source of the signals?
yeah,
Okay.
and if we need
And
to
we'll decide our
figure out what it is and if it needs to be stopped or if it should be enhanced so it can like warn people for real. We'll change the message. We'll like delete and record a new one.
Don't forget the fate
Thanks
of,
for calling.
the fate of the last 11 individuals.
Yeah, the other guy, they all went on he sent a whole crew.
That's why I'm resistant sending like all the crew down there.
Right.
Or like send them first. Like go investigate.
Send the B team in first.
That's right. It's a wall of pictures.
I think you guys are worried about me.
I know.
It's fucking psychopath.
I'm
over
practical.